morning, people. Happy Friday. Happy end of the week. It is 6th of December. Welcome to TDA, the day after your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And as always, you're hosted by the best. It's a girl's day. So I am here, my own royalty.
It's your girl, Just G, and representing the Black Queens in the fitness scene. How you mean?
Absolutely love it. I told them on Monday that I went to Beats and Bands and I praised it. But how was it from your POV, sis?
I had fun.
It's good.
I had a lot of fun.
It's good.
You don't normally say that.
What, that I had fun?
Yeah, go on.
Because it was different. Because it was more intimate, I feel like I could have more fun. Because it was...
Not the synchronized.
Yeah, because it was more intimate. It's like I got to actually engage with people and the community. Whereas when it's a bigger event, there's just too many people. So
to be fair, you could tell you were having fun though, actually. That you just felt like, it's like you didn't have to stress about things and that. And
the funny thing is, so many things went wrong. It was jokes.
Oh, is it?
So many things. But you just got to take it like that, isn't it? That's what I kept saying. Because at this point, what can we do? We just got to improvise.
Yeah. I think it's rare for any event to actually be perfect.
Yeah.
And like go exactly. I'm not say perfect. I mean like how you actually intend for it to go. Mm-hmm. Because no one else can ever tell that something's going off.
Yeah, of course.
Unless we don't see Gina on the stage and it's like, okay, well we can tell something's off. Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
But other than that, no, I had a good time. Everybody else had a good time, and I think that's what's really important. Like, forget me. I just always want everyone else to have a really good experience, and if they do, then mission's complete. So,
love that. Well done, girl.
Yeah, thank you, girl.
Brent, how are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. Thank you very much.
How are you, Esther?
I'm good, thank you. I'm glad it's the end of the week. I've had considerably better sleep this week, actually. I've been very intentional about that. Since our lovely guest on last week Friday, I felt like, I'm gonna try to prioritize sleep.
Yeah.
So it's included. I've had a couple 9:45 p.m. bedtimes.
Love that for you.
Yeah, it's really worked well. But yeah, here for it.
Have you connected with the guest already?
Not intentionally.
I have to step in now.
But you're paying for it.
Wow, that's the voice you went with.
It has to be. That's the only voice I can go with. If you're taking upon yourself to step in. So I need to know why you have decided to step in on a matter that's not quite yours.
It's the same.
And it must be because you're footing the bill. Do you know he's footing the bill?
No, we've already established that.
Love that. Oh, see, black men support. Put a camera back at me. Black men supporting black women. We love to see it. The money where their heart is. Love it, man. Mm-hmm. Big up you, Brent. Give some horns for yourself. All that bill you're gonna foot.
I don't know why you're laughing, Brent.
Leave him. Like I will come here and shame him every day.
I'm literally gonna. Or I'm even gonna tell her.
By the way, everyone knows Brent's email.
Yeah.
Give her the Gmail at New Black One.
Literally. I'll even give his damn home address. Like, I know the details for the invoice, innit?
Don't worry, girl.
So I'll give the actual invoice details.
Word, this is it.
Oh, man. I thought you wanted to sleep.
Do you know what's so funny is that we had that, and then this week has just been the complete opposite. I'm drained mentally from my bones, literally.
Oh.
And she was right. Them stupid sleep patches, yeah.
Do nothing.
But I leave a scar on my chest. I'm so...
Oh, serious?
Sorry.
Oh, no.
That would really annoy me. Imagine being awake and you just see a stupid...
I took it off and I thought, well, I'll be damned.
It's a damn plaster.
I should have known better. It's like with tit tape, yeah. I can't really wear tit tape because it genuinely irritates my skin. So when I take
get
it
hives.
off, I get really...
like bad rashes.
It pulls off my skin.
Yeah, but I have to soak in oil.
Yeah, so...
But then even when I do though, I get really bad hives.
I haven't worn tit tape in ages. But
it's terrible.
Basically, when I took it off, it left the same mark that I usually get with tit tape.
I waste everyone's time.
But then, I think I did it on a bad... It was a bad day.
No, girl.
No. Do you know what it is? It wasn't a day where I was like at peace anyway. So realistically, it was never really going to work because I was too far gone from to save, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So I thought I can't judge it based on this because I don't think it's fair.
I get you.
So I'm going to try it again. Let's see how I get on.
Yeah, I see.
You missed a great guest yesterday.
I saw. I was jealous of the TikToks.
What TikToks? Oh no, I don't think you're talking
videos.
about that. There was a guy yesterday, when
Oh.
That you're talking about? You're talking about Danielle.
Yesterday?
Yeah, so you're talking about the guy.
Did you hear what I said, Gina?
You said I missed a great. I thought she was talking about someone. I thought you were talking about someone else. What going? I missed a great guy. Why did I miss it?
No, I wasn't talking to you, but you had asked the question, is it the Danielle girl? No.
Are you talking to, who are you talking to? Me or Gina?
You, Esther.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Gina, you know?
No, not at all.
Oh, the guest yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, how was he?
He was fantastic. But apparently, the chap think that he is just Emmanuel Mark 2. Or maybe Mark 1. He seemed to be the original.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting here from now on.
No, I don't. You should have never
I
left.
just looked at myself on camera and I thought, oh, this is my good side.
Oh, serious?
I was just sitting there again.
No, this is my good side.
Emmanuel.
I don't know if it is that
Wahaler.
able to hold that up because
Look, me sitting here.
yeah.
No, but it's actually my good side. He should allow me, man.
I don't know why you're even asking for his permission.
Like, please. I actually look like a decent human being here. Like, please.
I think I have let me show you something. I saw it. I'm like, whoa, I wonder what the girls think about this.
The girls.
The girls. Here it is.
Oh, I watched this. A lot of people were saying it was staged.
You know what? Yeah, you think it's staying until you actually meet mothers who are like that. And because I've heard of mothers who are like that, I don't think it's staged.
I didn't think it was staged,
I
though.
don't think it's staged. The reason why I avoid mothers, what's it called? Mommy boys. Mommy's boys.
Come on then.
This was right. This is our baby, and the gender. No, it's not like I'm worried. I just want to address it because I don't think this was right.
I'm excited that you're having a baby.
You didn't allow him to hug me. I'm his wife. You didn't allow him to hug me.
Yeah.
You hugs you every day, like what's the problem?
Yes, but
That is
then
true.
you just found
How
out
can you
and
tell
have a
me he
little
hugs me
baby
every
girl.
day?
It's fine.
And I just found out that it's my first granddaughter as well.
There's no we're never going to get this one right.
Come on, everyone's happy. Come on, let's.
No, I didn't. No. Go on.
It's her having to address it for me,
Because you just
not the
literally
son.
threw yourself at Dane, ended up on the sofa. He couldn't even like hug me.
Right, listen, are you a little bit hormonal?
Do you know the only thing I've probably done before? Not check her, like, in,
Yeah, it's crazy how
no, in that
you all have
moment.
seen both of this, right? But I'm playing it for the people that we're actually presenting for, and you're talking over it.
Sorry.
It's still in now. I'm not playing
You
it.
can
I'm
play
showing
it
to the
again.
girls.
Huh?
You said let me play something for the girls.
This is anyway. This is very funny.
Why is it
So
funny?
y'all have seen this before. What do y'all think? Do you, as you said, Esther, you think the man should have basically patted his mum?
I always believe in situations like this. I don't think your man should ever put you in a situation where you have to be the one to pattern his side of the family,
I agree.
because it just makes things awkward for you. And I think if I'm in a position where I have to do that, then you should back me. Like, your voice should be quickly behind mine, that it almost was as if we spoke at the same time.
Yeah.
So he's weak. But if people are saying that that's fake, I don't think it's. I mean, that could obviously be a skit, but that happens to a lot of people in real life where the marriage, the relationship is not their own because the mum is so heavily involved. God forbid.
I think what I might have done differently is not check her there and then in public, because it's like she's getting defensive because there's an audience, so she's not actually taking in what I'm saying. Do you get what I mean? So I think what I would have done is I would have even got him to check her. I think I would have walked out the room.
But you know what it is about people that, you know, when sometimes you let people have a moment, you think, I'm going to address it later on. They have the audacity to ask you for such a problem. Why didn't you address it back then?
No, but when I say
Yes,
later on,
fighting
meaning,
words.
I'm leaving that room. Like, just not in. I think it's more like a puller to the side. Like, can I have a chat? You know what I mean?
Can you have a
like,
chat?
like Love Island. Like,
Yeah.
can I pull you for a chat? Not where there's an audience. Because I need you to take in what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you see, because what's crazy about that situation is, you see how she's getting defensive, yeah? She's making it worse. And like, you telling me my husband, you see that stuff there, and I'm hormonal. She's even more poised than I am because it's like you're lucky you're,
you know
you're,
something?
you're
I'm
lucky
so-
you're somebody's mum.
I'm so wicked because I'm actually so quick.
Because I would have been like, like remember where you are.
It's your, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because
But
what do you mean he hugs you every day?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I'm so
sorry.
quick to withdraw access from me. I would have been like, okay, that's fine. Then you can hug your son because you're never going to see your grandchild. I would just drop that mic, pick up some cake, and I'm going to the room. No one chat to
but
me.
Esther, I'm leaving
You will
that room.
not see that grandchild.
I'm leaving that room. I'm not doing the afterwards and stuff here. But do you know what also jarred me when she was like, she's gonna be like her nana. She's gonna be like her nana.
No, she's not.
Excuse me.
Nana's a bitch. No, she's not.
Not even that, but it's like, wait,
Forbid.
so she's not gonna be like her mum. Like I'm not here. Like it's just, girl, you're doing too much. I get you're excited, and I'm happy that you're excited. It's great. It's beautiful, innit, that we can all share this moment together. I just think she forgot herself in that moment.
I don't like when people just don't let people have their own moment. Like some things are just not about you. Like, and I think when it comes to like grandparents, and this is part of the weird. I think the way people have children, for the most part, is actually weird. You know, like they have this very possessive and ownership thing. So that's why then the mum has had a child. Her child is having a child, but somehow she still feels like the extension of the child is her child, and she's more important to know about that child. Like there's always this weird thing when it comes to like grandparents and stuff, but I just think it's how people can be with when it comes to children. I just don't understand. I think I don't understand the self-importance that people place, the level that people place on their self-importance in people's relationship. You should have been first of all, you should have never been that close to what was it, a cracker? You should have never been that close to the popping. You should have been back on the other side with the camera people, with the camera crew. That's what you should have never been so close.
It's like she's standing there like it's their
Just
whole
wait,
moment. Yeah.
Like all three of us are having a baby. No, we're not. Two of us having a baby. And if you behave yourself, you can get to see the baby. I don't know, man. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
One thing I do like though is I do feel like, and I'm not gonna say it's a Oyibo thing, because I do think like times are changing with us. But I think growing up, I did think that like their grandparents were really heavily involved. Like like when you speak to like your school friends and stuff, like when we was younger, like they were very much really close to their grandparents.
Well, the Oyimbos
I
or
think
us?
Oibos, even you, like, because you grew up
I'm
with
very,
yeah, I didn't have,
grandparents.
I've never had that like, I'm so detached.
Yeah, I think it's...
I'm
yeah.
so detached from grandparents. It doesn't, this sounds harsh, but it doesn't mean anything to me. Do you get what I mean?
Do you know what it is though? It's a back home thing. If you lived back home, I feel like you would know them, or like at least their family, or at least I even knew my grandma's sisters, and they were my grandparents. Do you get what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm so far removed.
It's
from
a back
all
home
that.
thing. A back home, the village literally raises the children. Like do you know what I mean? Like you're raised by a whole village. Even like my grandma's, because my grandparents, where we lived, like the house I grew up in, my grandparents' house, on the road, my granddad was the first one to move into that road. So every single person that's come, they know them basically, and they had a lot of friends that lived on the same road and stuff. So I just knew them as an extension of
Your
grandparents. Do you get what I
yeah.
mean? And I honestly think it's a community thing because even a lot of people back home as well, my friends back home, they all know their grandparents and that they're close, unless obviously there's family drama. But for the most part, you know that because that's the community that raises you.
Yeah.
And like your aunties and your uncles and your cousins, like it's very, very community focused. But I think the society we live in is very individualistic, and we don't have the same. We just can't have it like we did back home.
And I get it. Obviously, with a lot of us, most of our grandparents are back home anyway. So
there's that as well.
There's that. So I get it. But it's just really interesting because I'm just so removed from it.
Yeah, I get you.
If you
Girl.
get what I mean. Like when my grandma passed away, I saw the impact I had on my brothers.
Yeah. Oh, because they knew
in
her.
comparison to me, because obviously they like lived with her, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They actually like she raised them essentially. So I saw the impact. Whereas with me and my sister, it was kind of like,
yeah,
we're crying because mummy's crying.
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I get you. But yay, family.
All right. Good morning, everybody in the chat. And make sure anybody who hasn't seen yesterday's video, make sure and go and check it out on the weekend. It's very, very educational. He is quite the historian, quite the communicator. And him and Emmanuel had so many kind of bromance moments. It was so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It was, Esther. It was so crazy.
I love that for everybody involved.
Yeah. Let's get into the headlines.
Please. Lizzo, hold on, y'all. All right, first one. The Home Office to give refugees more time to find housing. Speaking of the Home Office, they did a great job the other day. Big up them for deporting that SPAC Nation hooligan. Just
Apparently.
I saw his lawyer. Is it talking about his lawyer statement?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
He even left the video.
Because his lawyers who can't spell. I hope to God it's not a rumor. What were you gonna say, Brent?
Yeah. He basically said he ain't going nowhere.
Who said that?
He was talking about Pastor Toby.
Yeah.
And you think do you know even the way he speaks jars me?
He's such a liar.
I couldn't watch, and there was no ×2 button either.
That's the worst one. You have to sit
And
through
there's
it.
bare clips.
I
Like, it wasn't
hate
one
that.
long clip. I just thought, you are not worth my time. So
I hate that when you have to sit
Can
through
you
it.
summarize and tell me what you said?
He said that all of that stuff that these papers are running with is absolute nonsense.
Really? The Independent.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
I don't know. I think the only papers I've seen is the Independent, but I think other papers covered it. I don't know.
So people, anyway, no, sorry, go on, carry on.
But you ain't gonna see him going anywhere. There's no fraudulent stuff attached to his name. There's no criminal activity attached to his name, and you haters better just stop because he ain't going nowhere. So that's basically what he said. He was playing some sort of game.
I'm going to add it to my prayer points moving forward.
You know, one thing I genuinely want to know, is like, does he believe he's going to heaven?
Yeah, people like that typically do.
No, but like,
Do you know, actually, no, I don't think they think about it.
I just want to know.
They know deep down
I
where they're
just
going.
want to know, like, I just want to know.
You know, there's the kind of people that tell you that God is so gracious, he's going to let everybody in. They remix the criteria for heaven.
Like, did you see the clip of his birthday? Where he's
The
like,
Davido.
Jesus turned water into wine and something to tonight we're going to... I just thought, wow, a whole past... Like, I was just in such awe of what I was watching. I said...
Because people keep calling him a pastor, to be fair. No, but that man is not even...
I'm not going to lie. I think he should just denounce that part of his name.
Well, he can't though, because that's what he makes his money off.
Yeah, but I think that's what would make people feel more at ease.
I think if he would just said he was like a life coach, a thieving life coach, then fair enough. That's what you do. But when you do things in the name of God, I just think... I can't help but think, wow, the audacity. So even him saying that all of this is all lies and he's not getting anywhere. One thing I would say then, generally, my people, they may be, but Nigerians have audacity. Like, in the midst of even what it is that you're, like, what you're catching them out in, they have audacity to lie and say, nope, So, I hope he gets removed, like, ASAP.
But can I be honest?
If they need help, I can help. I'll
He's going to
volunteer.
get removed. If he does get deported and goes back to Nigeria or whatever.
Oh, he's going to just carry on there.
He's just going to become a god in Nigeria. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be, I think it'll be worse.
Yeah, but I don't want him to be, I just don't want him to be in this. He's going to be...
In terms of putting him on a pedestal. So
but he's
it's
going to end
like-
up being like a senator or like governor. So he's going to end up being in politics.
So it's like,
So...
what a fallen people we are, boy. Anyway.
Right. The UK Home Office has doubled the time refugees granted asylum have to find accommodation, increasing it from 28 to 56 days. This interim measure, effective from December the 9th, 2024, aims to address a significant rise in refugee homelessness. The decision follows concerns about the high cost of housing asylum seekers in hotels, which reach £8 million daily. Wow. Charities and officials have welcomed the extension, highlighting the difficulties refugees face in accessing the private rental market and securing support. While the change is temporary, lasting until June 2025, advocates hope it will help. So it will become permanent to prevent future homelessness among refugees. French President Emmanuel Macron announced he will appoint a new prime minister in the coming days, following the resignation of Michael Barnier after a no-confidence vote. The vote, which passed with 331 votes, marked the first time a French government has been ousted by parliament in over 60 years, prompting Macron to accuse the far right and far left of forming an anti-republican front. Macron, who rejected calls for his own resignation, acknowledged his decision to call snapped elections contributed to the political crisis, but emphasised the importance of focusing on the 2025 budget. While several potential candidates are being considered, finding a prime minister with broad parliamentary support amidst the current political deadlock presents a significant challenge. And our last one. South Korea's president needs to be removed from power after his shock decision to impose martial law this week, the country's ruling party leader has said. Yoon Suk-yeol rescinded the declaration 6 hours later on Tuesday, but protesters and opposition MPs have called for him to be impeached with a vote due on Saturday. People Power Party leader, I like that. Oh, that sounded nice. People Power Party.
You're such an ass. Look at the
People Power Party. The People Power Party leader, Han Dong-hoon, had said they are against impeachment, but he suggested that may change in the light of credible evidence the president planned to arrest political leaders. I believe that President Yoon Suk-yeol's immediate suspension of office is necessary to protect the Republic of Korea and its people in light of the newly revealed facts, he said. He did not explicitly call for impeachment, but claimed the president had ordered the arrest of prominent politicians on the grounds they were among anti-state forces. The presidential office later denied any such order had been given, according to the Yonhap news agency, while the government said it's not preparing another martial law declaration. Do you ever find it cool? Do you ever think how cool it is that, like, you're in this part of the world, but, like, other parts of the world exist and people are having completely different issues.
Yeah.
But, like, there's individuals that are having completely different lives. It always blows my mind. Like, it blows my mind in, like, a freaky way.
Like, the world is so much bigger than London.
Yeah. And then, like, when you travel out here, then you're living there and you have no idea what's happening where you came from. I love it. God really ate, creating the world. Can't even lie to you, mate. Well, yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, it kind of. All right, let's get into what you say.
Wait,
Topic of
before we go, sorry, because I don't want to forget, I finally watched The Penguin, guys.
What's that about again?
I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Cold.
Right.
What's it about?
Gangster, shot your mama, shot your dad stuff.
Fair. Okay.
But
How many seasons are there?
it's one season, 8 episodes. Colin
that's so short.
Farrell,
Yeah. A Grammy.
brother.
A couple
No,
of
Grammy.
If he doesn't get any awards for that role, nah. Because what?
What's it on?
I mean, I can send you a link, girl, because I'm not paying for Now TV. Sorry, because but I found the link, which was clear. It was
The Now TV
great.
link. Thank you very much. I'll get it.
But it was. Oh my gosh, what a good.
I didn't watch it now.
It was so. Do you know what it was? It's annoying me because you're not going to talk about spoilers, but I need. You've watched, innit?
Yeah, of course I have.
I need to have I need dialogue.
When this thing's finished, then we can quickly. Because we ain't saying long today.
Because I'm not gonna lie, but Brent, I need to unpack it.
That's right, that's fine.
All right,
But just
cool.
don't spoil it for Esther.
I won't spoil it for Esther, but I
that's
need to
fine.
unpack it because it's such a good series, man. Like,
It is.
really,
watch
really,
it.
really good, really good. And I hope there's a season 2.
If it's really good, there should be.
No, because do you know what?
Actually, because I'm production.
The way they ended it is very open, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So that could be the end, if you get what I mean.
Yikes. I get
It literally could be the end because it wasn't like set up where it's like you were left on a cliffhanger or anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
It ended
There's
basically.
gonna be another season.
But there has to be because it was so good, so good.
Someone said, please send the link.
Oh, I've got several links to be fair because
No,
do you know why? Because one the first platform was moving Higgy Haga, and then I found another one. I thought, okay, yeah, I will.
In the Discord.
I will.
Don't let them go into your DMs on Instagram and you be doing that.
Nah, man.
No, it was really, really good. Really, really good.
You know, so cool. So my sister and my brother, they got 2 kids, right? Boy and a girl. They are doing, in the lead up to Christmas, they keep doing these elf things. So I just saw another one.
I keep seeing that.
It's
where
just so cute.
they decorate the. I saw a reel where someone was giving different examples of what you could do. And
Yeah, so it's
I was like, what is this?
I told her, I should have actually told her she should have recorded. This is so cute. I think yesterday they had one where the elf, he just wanted to get some crisps. Then obviously there's a mess of crisps wherever there. There's been one where he wanted to brush his teeth and then obviously just got toothpaste and like she's really going into this one. It's like the views a broken laptop and it says Dear blah, 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 blah. I'm having fun on your mum's laptop. Think I have broken it. Haha. It's so cute. Because every morning they wake up to like see what the elf has done this time. And just the excitement. Obviously my niece is older. So she gets with it. My nephew is at that age of understanding, like that boy's a yapper now actually. We're waiting for him to talk. He's gonna be 3 in 2 weeks actually. But anyway, it's just really, really cute. Like the excitement in their faces for Christmas is just adorable.
I can't wait to have kids.
It's just so adorable.
Because I hate Christmas, I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like, yeah, if I have kids, yeah, this is kind of parent out. Like, I'm going to do the most. But they do all that stuff. Even what's it called? What's the one that when you lose your tooth? Fairy godmother. Tooth fairy. I was going to say fairy godmother. Tooth fairy, all of that stuff. It's really, really cute. Really, really adorable. Big up the parents out there, man.
That's it, Elf on the Shelf.
Oh, yes. It's really, like, every single day, I actually look forward to watching the stories now to see what the elf did. It's so cute. Anyways, let's get into what you saying topic of the day, please. Oh. Political.
Indeed it is, which is definitely not my bag, but here we are. So, Brent,
Yes.
can you play the clip, please? I'm not going to lie, this screen isn't... It's like a glare. Okay, now I can see it.
Sorry.
Check. Dispatch, 25th floor, any closet is open.
All right.
Is that a clip?
Yes.
Okay, so today's topic of the day is when you hear about assassinations or attempts that have been caught on camera, do you think it's staged or sloppy work? Or is it to send a message to others, the powers that be? What are your initial thoughts?
Sorry, let me read that again. When you what?
When you hear about assassinations or attempts that get caught on camera, do you think they're real, staged, sloppy work? Is it to send a message? I'm not going to lie. I don't think it's staged.
It's definitely not.
Because if you're caught on camera, it's a long day. Like, they're most likely going to find out who you are. It's a very, very, very long day for you. Like, I don't think it's worth... Like, the risk isn't worth the... Do you know what I mean? Like, getting... Like, if I'm doing it to send a message, the likelihood of me getting caught and what that comes with is not worth the message that I'm trying to send. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? So from that thought process alone, I don't think they're staged. I think defo sloppy work. Defo sloppy work. An amateur. Like, what were you doing? Like, also, sorry, because I started watching, is it Jackal?
Yes.
Right, so there's obviously some, before you lot cry and talk about spoilers, yeah, it's about, like, politics and stuff like that. So there is an assassination in there, yeah, before you cry. I'm not telling you who or whatever. But you see that...
before you cry.
But you see the assassination, Brent? Her.
Mm.
The level, the fact that... You see when Lashana was breaking it down, talking about anyone who has that kind of rifle, yeah, like, you're not going to leave it. Like a special... do you know what I mean? You see the way he dismantled it? I said, wow. What a special... You know what I mean? So that's an assassin. Do you get it?
How far into the Jackal?
I've only watched one episode. I started last night.
All right, okay.
I only watched the first episode. But yeah, so I definitely don't think it's staged or like to send a message. I definitely think it's just amateur work, to be honest with you. Probably someone who like thinks they're an A-list when they really is E. They've definitely got MH, in my opinion. But those are just my initial thoughts. That's not what you're saying.
I don't think it's staged. I think it's sloppy work, because if you're going to go and do something like that, something as crazy as that, unless you're just a layman that's just working on its own, just because, you should at least scope the area and check there's cameras. Like, what, you just Ismail? Come on. Do you know what I mean? I like you've been here before. So I don't feel like it's staged. I feel like and I don't think it's like a warning to anybody else. I don't think it's all of that. I don't think it's that deep. I just think they just don't want this person in there, so they're gonna try and kill them. But the way that the world works now, there's cameras everywhere.
This is
so even if you block that physical camera, if an ATM is there, that's a camera.
Yeah.
Like, there's cameras everywhere.
That's why I feel like maybe it's because I watch too many films.
Oh, scandals ruin me.
So in my
Shonda
head,
Rhimes has ruined my mind.
in my head, when you're gonna do it to that level, like you're gonna like wear a mask, not even a mask. Like, you see, like you're gonna go to those extreme lengths where like you're gonna impersonate somebody else, where you know what I mean? Like go to those extreme lengths because, like you said, everything's digital. Like everything's captured, literally. So, in order to get away with it, because it's a very top level crime, that's gonna come with a very strong sentence. Do you get what I mean?
Absolutely.
So you're gonna try and eradicate any form of risk of getting caught. In my opinion, you're gonna go to extreme lengths, unless you want to get caught, which is why I'm saying if you want to get caught, then you must have mental health issues. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like people like that. I feel like, do you feel like it's a badge of honor for them?
What, stripes?
Yeah, because
like bragging rights.
Yeah, because even serial killers, like, it's a thing for them to be like, oh, like,
I attempted to whatever, or I killed so and so. Yeah, which is why I said mental health. Yeah, because honestly, bragging rights, like that's not a normal. That's not someone who's sane. Do you get what I mean? That's why I'm attaching mental health to it, because for you to want the bragging rights to say that I killed so and so, it's like, have you watched Cross?
No,
I've really been in my TV bag recently.
Yeah.
Have you watched Cross, Brent?
Not yet.
Oh, again, I really liked that. But again, there's a theme of that in there where it's ego and like wanting to be a martyr and wanting to come out a legend. Do you get what I mean? Like the whole point of you doing it is to like be left with the greats like Jeffrey Dahmer. Do you know how mad that is? Like, that's your motive. That's not someone who's sane. So yeah.
Let me show you all a video. This is the future FBI big man. I don't know if it's FBI director or head of FBI. I don't know, but it's Trump's appointee, right? And hear what he says.
I never believed that the CIA killed Kennedy.
No. You're talking to a guy that's read the entire JFK file.
You've seen all the secret stuff?
I've seen all of that, and I've seen the 7 pages of the 9/11 report. I've seen it all.
You don't say that to people that you can't tell what you saw. Should the Kennedy stuff be released?
Yes.
Is there anything there that is like, is anybody alive?
The problem is, the things that we can't release have nothing to do with the questions you guys are asking. That's about as far as I can go on it. But like the answers you guys want, you pretty much have them. There's very minimal stuff that can't be seen for things that you wouldn't even think are related to that.
Why can't we release them?
And you're thinking temporally, like, did it stop back then? Right? You know, the way intelligence works is you're always developing it. Where did I get that? Where did that go? Oh, hey, I found that guy 5 years ago. Let's go talk to him. Where does that get us? You know, it's a little bit bigger of a jigsaw puzzle. I mean, it's the same. Look, so the 7 pages of the 9/11 report, yes, overnight, that needs to come out. I'm telling you, that's got to go. And there will be some people that are pissed off.
You know, now when I think about it, I believe Trump's assassination was staged. Like, it has to be. That was not real. I refuse to believe it.
Why is that?
I even just had the flashback of him, like, at the end trying to do, like, victory and, like, I'm a gangster, I didn't die. No, it's not real.
It's because he kind of pose like Superman afterwards?
It's not even just that. It's just thinking about it. Like, it was very shoddy amateur work in such a environment where, like, you can tell they didn't try to kill him. Do you get what I mean? The goal wasn't to kill, in my opinion. So I think it was staged.
Okay. With this 9/11 thing that he's kind of referencing, what do you think when he says that people will be very angry? What do you think he means? What's going to be in those 7 pages that will make people angry?
I think there's probably going to be intel in there that they knew about. Do you know what I mean? I think it might show that they could have prevented it. Maybe. I think they must have had intel. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Anything else in the document?
No, that was literally it.
All right. We've done this justice, to be honest. Brent, go through
You heard it from the boss himself, boy.
Oh, there's another link.
Oh, there's another. Oh, sorry.
Let's see how quickly we can get through this. Hold up.
Pardon?
Let's see how quickly we can get through this thing.
All right, Brent, go for it.
All right. The assassination of United. We just did that one just now. Here's famous assassinations caught on camera. Oh, there's a tricky one. Hold up. There you go. Protected now.
What did you just do?
Can you see what's on the screen?
Yeah, but what does that mean?
It's trigger warning.
Oh.
So when it's finished, so people could put it on mute, and when it's finished,
It comes off.
yeah, then they know they can come back.
Oh, but I can't see that on here. Oh, now I can. Got it.
10 seconds. Kind of
Sorry,
delayed.
sorry.
You're seeing in real time. All right. So Russian ambassador to Turkey, Andrei Karlov, shot dead by a Turkish policeman. This is crazy type of content to have in the morning.
It is, you know.
Yapılan ilk etkinliktir. Bugün hazır bulunduğumuz sergi. Kesinlikle iki.
Let's move on to different headlines.
Brother,
Us just seeing
listen,
death
yeah.
after
Can I just say
death
something?
after
Some people
death.
haven't even brushed their teeth or eaten breakfast, and we're serving death on a platter.
I've just clocked it. Let's
We're-
just.
Bread. Emmanuel, you are making us serve death for breakfast.
Oh man.
I'll be shocked if this episode is left up by YouTube.
Yeah, you're moving mad.
All right, cool. Let's get on to the next headlines.
All right, so Syrian rebels have seized control of Hama, a majority city, after government forces withdrew, marking a significant setback for President Bashar al-Assad. The Islamic military group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham declared victory and released inmates from Hama's central prison. This follows the rebels' recent capture of Aleppo and is seen as a potential threat to the Assad government's survival. The offensive comes amid Russia and Iran's preoccupation with other conflicts limiting their ability to support Assad. The UN expressed concern over the worsening humanitarian situation, with hundreds of thousands displaced and essential services disrupted in Aleppo. Next headline, the unions pressure ministers to raise worker sick pay. So the trade unions are urging the UK government to significantly raise statutory sick pay, citing concerns that the current level forces ill workers into debt and discourages seeking timely medical treatment. A letter signed by 24 union leaders highlights that the current statutory sick pay, rising to £118.75 per week in April, is insufficient and falls far short of many workers' usual salaries, impacting their ability to afford time off work. So that's like just over £400 a month for not going into work. Whose bills is that paying, please? Boy. While the government plans to extend SSP eligibility to the first day of illness, unions argue that the amount paid is the critical issue, particularly for the 1 in 4 workers relying on the legal minimum. Business groups counter that expanding employment rights, including increasing SSP, places a considerable strain on businesses, especially smaller firms, potentially hindering job creation and wage growth. And our last headline is worshippers flee arson attack, trigger warning, at Melbourne synagogue. So Melbourne's Adas Israel synagogue was attacked early Friday morning, resulting in a fire that caused extensive damage and injured one person. Witnesses reported seeing firebombs thrown and masked individuals spreading accelerant inside the building, leading police to believe the fire was deliberately lit. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese condemned the act as an act of hate and vowed to bring those responsible to justice, while Jewish community leaders expressed concern over a rise in anti-Semitism. Time to pay them bills and get to word on road.
Need a nap. All right, people. What are we talking about? Word on road? Not much today. There was a whole Roddy Rich thing going on with his Grammy. Basically, he had some stuff in storage because he said he was moving houses or something like that. And this is again one of the people that has like multiple videos, and it's just like I'm not doing this. I'll give you a summary. So excuse me if I miss certain things. But anyway, basically he had some stuff in boxes in storage. There happened to be an auction. I guess he just stopped paying some of the bills, whatever it was, or forgot about some of them, whatever the case was. But anyways, they had an auction. The storage had an auction where they sold, you know when they just sell whatever's in here to somebody. Sold it, I can't remember how much it was for again, but sold it like maybe $200 and something or $500, something like that anyway.
Sold his Grammy.
But they didn't know it was a Grammy in there. It was just like boxes of stuff. The guy who's bought it now has obviously opened to find what he's bought in this random auction, and has seen that, it might be Roddy Rich's stuff because there's clothes in here, whatever, but he sees the Grammy. So now he posts about the Grammy, whatever. It gets Roddy Rich that this guy's got his Grammy. Roddy Rich offers the guy $10,000 to get it back.
The guy said no.
He said he wants more. So obviously he said he wants more now, whatever. The story's gone out. Now people are obviously bullying the guy online and sending him threats and whatnot, right? So now he doesn't want any smoke anymore. So now he decides that he's going to give the Grammy back for nothing. And he did the exchange. It was so funny because he did the exchange in a police station. But you should have given it to him for $10,000.
You should have just taken the money.
Should have taken the money.
You know, and how greedy. Because you know what it is, yeah? It's like, see it as a blessing and not an opportunity. See it as a blessing and not an opportunity to be greedy. Not the rub on the shoulder. But you get what I mean? Because it's like, you've just been blessed with an opportunity to get money that you didn't see coming, and now you want to be greedy.
Do you know what's so mad though? Like, if I accidentally had someone's Grammy, I don't think I'd even take the money. I'd feel bad because they worked for that, and that's like, that's the thing. And why it was in storage or whatever is none of my business.
Yeah, but Esther, if I'm down bad,
if I'm down bad,
I need that money.
I'm taking it.
Like, even if I'm not down bad, I'm not gonna lie. Because remember, you've offered it to me. I didn't ask for it. You offered me 10 grand. I'll be like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I would have given this to you for free, but times are hard, so I'm gonna take that payment.
I'll give you a disclaimer so you know what I'm taking. Don't think I'm out here being greedy or whatnot.
I'm taking the money, 100%.
Yeah, I think if times were hard.
Even if times aren't hard, you never know what you can do with that money, man.
I'm a pushover. But it's okay. I'll pay for the delivery. I even do signed.
I'm leaving that shit.
Signed delivery. Roy, I'll be like, you know what? Actually, I know myself because I know how Roy will be acting allegedly. I will say I'll drop it off. I'll meet you halfway if anything. Where do you live? West London. Okay, that's fine. It's on my way to East. I'm so dumb.
To be honest, the God that you serve sees all of that, Esther. So you would get your.
You can take the money, man.
Yeah. No, that's not.
She'll get it back in
tenfold. That's the verse he was going with.
No, you will get it back in tenfold. I hear it, but then I'll go to bed, and I'll hug that pillow tight and be like,
I got 10 grand in my account.
I could have had
10 grand.
Yeah,
but to be honest, you could also see it as that was God's way of trying to basically solve a problem.
That's how I would have seen it as, oh my gosh, thank God I got it, because had it been somebody else, they probably would have try to extort you for some money.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not the verse I was going with.
I get the verse you're going with.
I promise you, if I had a prayer that morning that, Lord, and I need to do this and do that, and I need the money, and then when it reaches my DMs, I'll be like, oh, look, answer prayers. Will he do it?
Just how
Hallelujah.
You interpret
your circumstances, isn't it?
Yeah, because if next week find out like something's happened and now it costs like $9,000, you're like, oh, that's what God was doing.
That's a big thing, It's like you think God is doing this. You're interpreting it as A, and God is thinking, oh, man. I miss when God used to work. Is that Adam and Eve? When God used to walk amongst us? That was a good time. Because he can tell you directly.
Because it's different, yeah.
I'm trying to read minds.
And the reason why I would accept the money is because, number one, he can afford to give me the 10 grand. I'm not putting him out of pocket. Number two, he's offered it to me. It's different from going to a cash point and seeing someone leave money there and then taking the money or going to the police station and handing it in. Do you understand what I mean?
I get what you mean, yeah.
It's completely different. I would not have any, like...
There's no guilt
I would
attached to
literally
it,
see it as God did, like, this is...
God did.
God did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't know that a bunch of cash I've just found belongs to somebody I just saw.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's different.
Someone that's my mum.
But someone who I know can actually afford to give this to me because he's offered it, right? I'm gonna might be cheeky and be like, can I have it in 50s?
But he ended up, do you know what the joke is? He ended up with nothing. And I think he was also trying to make content out of it as well. He was trying to like get some clout off it and then end there's people just cussing him. So he wanted to try and do clout and get clout over it, talking about doing a video and then Roddy said he and his team just clocked that, your intentions are like it's a little bit off kind of thing. Anyway, ended up with you having 0, not having the Grammy. What are you gonna do with someone's Grammy anyway? And then now you're scared for your life because now you have to do the handover in the police station. Poor clerk has to watch this stupid encounter all for nothing. I didn't even meet Roddy because there was someone else I picked up. But anyway, so that happened. So as we know, there's been a lot of lawsuits against Lizzo. But basically, one of them has been dismissed. So this is one by her, I think her fashion, a stylist or something. Let me see. Yeah, it's a stylist who basically claimed harassment. Hold on. Yeah, so she basically claimed harassment and being maltreated at work and all that kind of stuff, basically. Cut a long story short, the judge has said that she can't actually sue Lizzo as an individual. And she also added Lizzo's manager. So she can't sue Lizzo and her manager as an individual. But the case is basically going to be considered with Lizzo's company. So she put down Lizzo and the company. So the way she did it anyway, basically, put them down as individuals. But they're saying that you can't sue. If you're trying to sue someone's company, you can't put the individual down as the person you're suing. Put the company down kind of thing. So that's what's happening with that. So yeah, so with that... she's got a legal win basically. So yes, an ex-stylist who claimed harassment and claimed as well being harassed at work, disrespected at work, or something like that, and also someone ran over her foot with a clothing rack, a bunch of other stuff basically. And this was her lawsuit came after the girls who sued for sexual harassment when they talked about going to the strip club in Amsterdam. Was it Amsterdam? I think it was Amsterdam. And Lizzo made them feed the guy the stripper with a banana or something like that. The whole thing. But yeah, so basically she can't sue Lizzo as an individual and it will be to sue the company, basically. So that's still ongoing in a sense. And then lastly, Meek Mill responded to Andrew Schulz. So basically, Kendrick made, which is what I thought was interesting when people thought it was about shits and gigs, but I thought, it's more Andrew. But anyway, Kendrick made a reference to Andrew Schulz on his latest album where he said that we can't let no white man speak on black women.
No, so
like that.
So it's obviously, because who has shits and gigs to him?
Yeah.
But they definitely caught us straight is what I mean. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think, by extension.
Like, it wasn't, because who are they for Kendrick to, like, they're not that important for Kendrick to, like, reference in, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
In the grand scheme of things. So it's obviously going to be towards Andrew
Schulz. They never caught us straight because it's like, this white man was doing what he's doing, but in the presence of black guys, you definitely caught us straight that way. Veronica says, the beautiful Esther and Gina are the truth. I wish I could join, but I'm at work. Medal yellow, first red.
That's just a little icon, so you can't see it.
Oh.
Not me saying medal. I said, what is that?
No, I'm done.
Big up Veronica.
She said, medal yellow first. Oh, it's the medal. It's the medal.
Ah, with
number one.
Yeah, emojis is rude.
Thank you, girl.
Thank you, baby girl. Have a great day. Don't let anyone get on your nerves.
Yeah, I've just turned it off.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so Andrew Schulz. So, yeah, so Kendrick said that on his album. Obviously, Andrew then went on to address on his thing. Trigger warning, actually, Brent. Please put the banner up.
Oh, does he actually?
Trigger warning.
Is it gonna annoy me?
It's foolishness. And I know the other day I said that they could never make me hate Charlemagne.
Oh, you hate him now?
I don't hate him, but I'm just like, I would like to know what you do about this company that you keep. I want to see if Jess talks about it on the Breakfast Club and what Charlemagne says back to it. Because obviously he's got a show with, he's a Brilliant Idiots with Andrew. And that's the reason why I don't even listen to it. I love Charlemagne, but I'm not listening to it with Idiot Andrew on it. But I need to, it's about the company you keep and what are you going to say about said company that you're keeping. But basically...
do you want me to play the clip?
Yeah, do you know what? We've done gunshots today. Yeah, might as well. Please, thank you.
I'm just saying, what a time to be alive where rappers got to talk about comedians for clout.
God bless, dude.
Like, we are up right now.
God bless.
The biggest story about the album, outside of the album and people enjoying it, was a sub at a comedian? Yeah. And you don't even got to say my name and it still makes headlines?
It's crazy.
You're welcome. You are. How many views did I give him, you think?
A good chunk.
A little chunk?
Yeah.
They stole our mustard
couple million bucks.
They stole our mustard.
Take the honey off.
We've been doing honey mustard for fucking years. Okay, they hop on that dick riding.
He be listening.
Yeah.
He be listening.
Of course he listens. Because he specifically, I think, was reacting to, in that Shits and Gigs podcast, which I think they're reacting to, I said something. I asked them if they dated black women. They were like, "Oh, we date all women," or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And then I go, "Kendrick fans, get them."
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's all it took.
Yeah.
That's all it took. And now Kendrick want to talk some shit.
Yeah.
All right, that's one clip.
I thought it cut us down, you know.
Here's the other one.
Rappers are telling comedians we need to be more respectful to women. So we gotta sit back and reflect.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They're the most pious group.
Listen, nobody has respected women more. Through art.
Yes.
Than rappers, okay?
Absolutely.
So I completely understand how a rapper could look at a comedian telling a joke and be like, "Yo, y'all need to switch that shit up.
Yeah.
How dare y'all keep saying your wives are annoying? Be more like us and, bitches ain't nothing but hoes and tricks. I beat my bitch with a stick. What? You can lick on the nuts or suck the dick. I beat my bitch with a stick. What?
Did you just think of that?
That's a real lyric.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a real lyric from music that protects women. And for decades protects women. And listen, right now the guy on top, Kung Fu Kenny.
He is the guy on top.
He is the guy
He
on
is
top.
making sure that comedians, he put a law in.
Yeah.
He put a law in place. All right, let's see the exact line, okay? Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law. Now, technically speaking, if we're going off of grammatic English,
Okay.
he is saying, I can talk about black women, and that is law.
Don't let no white comedian talk about no black
So
woman.
he's basically saying all white comedians
Are only allowed to
talk about black women.
exclusively.
That's what I'm talking about, Kendrick.
We're back.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's a law.
Finally, he understands
It's a law.
Now I understand why he's doing a comedy with the South Park creators.
Oh, that makes
Because
sense.
he appreciates white comedians that make fun of black people.
There you go.
And they've done that brilliantly for decades.
Yeah, that's true.
And he would never want to, break one of his own laws.
No, that's true.
I mean, didn't they have a character called Token on the South Park show?
Yeah, they do.
Which I'm sure Kendrick is a big fan of.
That's true.
He must be a big fan if
true.
he's going to do a comedy with them. I mean, we can look that up. Apparently, he has a comedy coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fact.
But Al, you're getting groomed right now. We need to ungroom you.
Yeah, you are getting
We need to
groomed.
ungroom you right now.
Let's see.
Okay?
Let's see.
I mean that, listen, because he sent people, he said slide on. What he said, slide on, where's the line? Okay, the N-words that coon, the N-words that being groomed, slide on both of them. Whoa, that seems like a call to violence.
It does.
Why would he call to, if he's about protecting black people, why would the call to violence be towards the black dudes, not the white guy making the joke?
Well, you gotta understand.
What?
Well, no. You gotta understand.
Because I snitch, I cooperate, I tell.
Litigation.
Okay? You gonna squabble up in a jail cell.
Here's what you gotta understand about Ken. It's very important to him to protect black women. That's why he's never done a song with an abuser confirmed. He's never done a song with anybody that's suspected of abuse. He's never threatened to remove his music from Spotify because they removed R. Kelly's music, who for sure fucked and held captive underage black women.
Hold on.
This is all very important to Kendrick.
Wait, just let me understand what's going on here, because I think that you're using sarcasm as a comedic device.
It is a comedic device.
But you're so fucking smart right now that I don't know if you're serious or making jokes. Are you saying that Kendrick Lamar put it on wax that he is protecting black women from white comedians' jokes, but not the kidnapping, molestation, and of R. Kelly? And actually, in reality, he would take his own music off Spotify to protect R. Kelly?
Yeah.
Someone who's kidnapped,
a sexual
molested,
predator,
and black women?
Oof, children.
Are you saying that he's done songs with other men who have potentially put hands on black women?
Not potentially, confirmed.
Wait a minute, convicted?
Yeah, I don't know what you call Chris Brown, but yeah, whatever that is.
Not breezy. Not breezy. I took a picture with Chris Brown. Hey, bro, I took a picture with him immediately.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
We ain't protecting nobody. Y'all can protect your fucking selves.
Everybody gets these jokes over here.
You know what's
the part I need?
I don't even care.
That's not a trigger one. No, he basically makes jokes about raping Kendrick in prison. That's the part I wanted.
Oh, you're
that's
talking
the
about the make love to you stuff.
Yeah, that's the trigger warning part. That's the part I'm reporting on.
I'm just playing the clips that Ed just sent into the...
Oh, no. So that's the... Oh, I should have sent it then.
Hold up, let me find it for you.
Yeah.
I'll find it out.
Because that's what I'm reporting on. All of the other stuff,
yeah.
There's truth in there. Just people might feel like it's the wrong messenger, but for me, you can't tell me you respect women and you're calling bitches and hoes and whatever else in the music. It don't make sense to me. But anyway, so the part that is trigger warning is him talking about groping Kendrick, and this is what he's getting cooked to. And that's why I said I want to see what Charlemagne... It'll be interesting. I know I'm not going to put the onus on Charlemagne because I am against that when someone does something and then we want to hold them to the standard of their friends, of their black friends, or their black counterparts or whatever. I don't believe in that either. But I'm interested and curious.
Okay, I think
see if you found it. It's 3 minutes and something long.
Trigger warning. But this particular
nasty,
clip is a bit...
It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah. For a lot of people.
Like, first of all, Kendrick's people and the gang affiliate, everybody has...
Please listen to me. When you're seeing the flashing yellow trigger warning sign, pause or mute the stream, right? When it's gone, then you can come back on, right? When we finish basically referencing it and whatnot. Do not, if it is that you are not sensitive to...
If you're triggered, if you're triggered by conversation about sexual assault, groping, any kind of essay, please tune out. The tea is not worth it.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm now ready to play it.
Security, they will kill me. They will destroy me. They'll find me in the street. They'll fucking cut me up. They'll shoot me. They'll do whatever. I'm not a tough guy. Y'all do. But just Kendrick, I would make love to him. And there's nothing he could do about it. Just Kendrick Lamar, I would make love to him. And the only thing that he could do is decide if it's consensual or not. That's the only thing he could do. If it's me and Kendrick, this is about physics. It's about physics. I don't even know if I'll get hard. But if we're in a cell, there's a chance that if we're in a cell and we're bored and we done tattooing each other, whatever you do in the cell, and we ran out of board games and we did all the other things, we cleaned everything, and I'm like, man, I might as well fuck you. There's nothing he could physically do to stop that besides put his legs in the air and choose a position. Maybe I'll let him choose a position.
Why are you pulling this picture up, Mark? Why are you doing this?
Put up that picture of him and Travis Kelce's girl. Look at that shit.
Oh my God, dude, that's unbelievable.
Yo, I'll be honest. I would go so far as to say I don't think he could stop most people on the planet from having sex with him. Like, the only reason he got security is to stop people from having sex with him whenever he wants. Now, don't get me wrong, there's people who could fuck me against my will. I was in an elevator once with this drag queen, and this motherfucker was like 6'5".
Oh, yeah.
And we're in the elevator, and we're going down. I'm like, yo, if he wanted to take it, I gotta cause a ruckus or something like that. Like, I gotta shit my pants. I gotta do something. Yeah. I know with Kendrick that he's talking a lot of shit, but if it came down to it, I could put him on my lap. I could feed him a bottle. I could put him on my lap. I could feed him a bottle and make love to him if I wanted to, and there's nothing he could do about it. I might not be hard. Dick might just slap soft against his butt. I could be romantic with him, and there's nothing he could do about it, to the point, like, I think I'm so charming, he would just fall into it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I think he would just be so charmed. He would be like, damn, like, whap, 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 whap. Let me suck it up. You want to talk about another album called Damn. Be humble. Sit down. Reincarnated. Ask how penetrated. Listen, but in all seriousness, we love Kendrick Lamar, our woke king. And I think we're gonna do our best to abide by his. I don't know what his rules are about, like, me having sex with him if we're in a room together.
I don't think you'd want that.
We don't know.
Do you know what I don't understand, Jim?
I don't
Is
get
why
how
they're
that's-
laughing so hard like that at something that, even take away the disgusting part of it. Just take away the. It's not actually funny.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't find everything he's just done. Yeah, I haven't found funny in the slightest. So like, to me, it comes across like you're trying really hard.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is? I think there's one thing for him to be pathetic here, but you see his backup dancers, especially that little Indian boy.
Yeah.
Oh, he makes me sick. Like, how are you laughing at the top of your lungs like that for something that actually even... Because you know sometimes you can hear an inappropriate joke and you're like, yeah, that's funny. But then when you stop like thinking, actually, that's dark. That wasn't even funny.
But it's that black man.
Yeah.
The Indian boy is the
you see
Indian
how
boy,
they wouldn't
but
address him?
It's Alex.
Your thing's gonna drop, Gina. It's just, yeah, man. Anyway, so basically, Meek Mill tweeted about that, right? I love when Meek tweets. I like Meek, man. I do. I love
Sometimes
Meek.
He tweeted, you know what it is? Sometimes I just think someone needs to take your phone. He said, the other day, I'm trying to go, God, I'm trying to see them slave castles. He wants to do a wheelie to the slave castles. So, you know, in my head, I'm like, that's not possible. Like, it's not possible. Like, just sit down somewhere.
Word on road is why I like Meek the way I do. Like, I've reported on him so much here that now, like, I look forward to Meek being in the news. I do. Because it's just it's like, what else now? But anyway, he did tweet. He said, white man saying they'll rape black men openly is extreme. And then say it's just a joke. Black manhood is not a joke. I've seen the same guy saying I was gay on his stand-up. You know, Meek always always working the allegation of his gayness. Absolutely. He says, I've seen the same guy saying I was gay on his stand-up. My white friends, like it's a joke. We don't joke like that in the black community at all. And then Andrew Schulz doubled down on everything he said. He responded and said, you seem to like it. And then had a screenshot of when Meek said, the first time I laughed at being gay, but don't with me in real life. I may swing, LOL. Anyway, this is, I feel like those jokes are very, very distasteful. I think they were very, very disgusting. I don't even think they were jokes. And this is the thing when people talk about comedy and it's just a joke. I don't think that certain things should be joked about. Like all that rap beef stuff, whatever, put aside. That's very, very wild. And also, do you know what I find as well? I find it how very, like, such a depraved mind that when people want to make jokes sometimes, like, it goes to such disgusting things like that. Like, why? Like, of all the things that you could say you wanted, like, you could have really just said that if it was a one-on-one, you don't think like, Kendrick could fight you. But your mind went to such depravity, such disgusting things, just, like, for what? Like, what was the end goal? What's the thought process? What is the thought process with that? I don't understand. That's a sicko. He's actually a very sick, and this is Andrew Schulz, very sick individual, because why is that when you think about, why is that what you would think about? Like, why is that where your mind goes to first? Is he gay or something?
No. Andrew Schulz?
Yeah.
No.
Well, so he says he isn't. Because I don't know why you would, like, why is sex with a guy the first thing that you would think about?
Isn't it more to kind of like demasculate him? Like,
That's
you've
definitely.
You've literally gone for his manhood.
But why is that what you would go for? Gay guys will beat you the shit up, I tell you that. Hella strong gay guys out there. So if you're gonna even use that to try and undermine his manhood or whatever. That's not how that works.
No,
but
do
to
you know
even
what?
say when it's
Let
like
me be honest.
you're gonna rape him, that's wild, you know.
But I think it's because there's nothing else you can say.
That's crazy.
Do you get what I mean? Like it's you're that much of a loser that you have to go to that extreme because nothing else would do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But you guys know anyway, the internet with internet. And people are making slavery connections. So personally, it is that. But it's just a shame because he's not someone you can cancel because the people that would want to cancel him anyway don't even listen to him and watch him.
Yeah.
The people that like the backup dancers in the room with him are the ones that would have been laughing. So, and they're very, very disgusting. Very, very disgusting. Done talking about him. I wish there was a way. This one I wish there was a way to punish people. Like just publicly punish people. It's like, what would it take though, someone like that? Like what would it take for him to get cancelled or for us to never ever hear a word out of him ever again? Outside of him dying, obviously. Like what would it take? But anyway, that's that on that. Let's get into this. What would you do, please?
It would be interesting to see what kind of comes from this, from Kendrick's side.
What kind of raps?
Yeah. It would have to be, right?
I need someone to, do you know what I need sometimes? I just think sometimes, we need people that don't mind going to, like, serving time in jail.
Like, beating him the shit up.
Yes, Gina, yes, man.
Like, putting
they
his
don't mind.
Putting paws on him.
I promise you, put paws on him. Yeah. I promise you, I would actively, say someone sets up a GoFundMe for their money behind jail. I promise you I would set up a direct debit. It's just people like this, that just, this is what they do.
Basically, you have to make an example of them.
Oh, I will set up a direct debit every single month to make sure you have the best chicken noodles in prison. I'll make sure you go, cigarettes, you want it? There you go, my love. Because, how? Sorry, Brent. I just get tempted at this thought of someone being beaten up. What were you going to say?
I can't remember.
People don't get slapped enough. That's the bottom line. There's not because what's the consequence? You said something about you think it's gonna something's gonna happen back of. I don't think anything's gonna happen. I don't think there's gonna be any consequences to this.
Yes. So Andrew Schulz is he's not one of those type of comedians that will come out and say like sorry.
No, of course not.
Joke. So if it is that it does continue on wax, then he is going to basically lean in like even heavier.
Yeah.
And,
someone's gonna get hurt though.
He will. I think he will get hurt. I think he will.
You know what you didn't
talk about?
Yeah.
What?
Sorry. It just literally came to, do you know why it came to my mind? Because it's because so I'm not a Harry Potter fan. Have you seen I think they're making a series.
I saw something. Yeah, I saw something about that.
The actor, the Ghanaian guy.
Yeah.
He's basically been set to play a certain character.
Oh, nice.
But obviously the character.
Sorry.
You obviously want context.
The Ghanaian guy in Harry Potter?
No.
He's about to be a Ghanaian guy in Harry Potter.
He's about to be a Ghanaian guy in Harry Potter.
No, he thought you meant the OG Harry Potter, obviously.
No.
They would never have that happen.
Not me being a featured guest.
Was he,
where's it gone? All right. So there's a lot of outrage basically by Harry Potter fans.
Because they've got a black guy now.
Because there's a guy, his name is Papa, let me say it right, I've tried to say it the Ghanaian way. But he was in I May Destroy You with Michaela Cole.
Okay.
He was in Gangs of London, if you ever watched it. The son of the black family.
It's fun. I'm so how I am. I thought Gangs of Lagos.
Gangs of London.
I watched Gangs of London, girl. I didn't even know there was a Gangs of London.
Oh, you're annoying. Anyway, he's set to play someone called Severus Snape, who I don't know. I'm not a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah.
But apparently the character he's white. He's got long.
Is he though? Because you know what the problem is with
I
these
hear
things,
it. But he's meant to be white.
Yeah.
Well, he's got long, dark black hair.
Yeah.
He's gay. I think he's disabled. That people were just
okay.
Those are the characteristics of the actual character.
Yeah.
Right?
Disabled?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you watch Harry Potter?
No, but people when I was
Sorry.
So do you know the character she's talking about?
When I was reading the comments,
there's a picture there.
Yeah, but when I was reading the comments in was it the Lad Bible? A lot of people kept saying that he should be this, and they kept talking about he's got a disability.
What's the disability? Is it like one of the non-visual ones?
I'm
like
not a
the
Harry
ones you
Potter
can't
fan.
see?
I don't know.
I've never read the books in it, so maybe he has
he's
disability
in the
that
book.
is invisible. I don't know.
But obviously, a lot of people have a lot of negative things to say.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you're actually like, leave it in its original form, and it don't use Harry Potter to be woke, blah, 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 blah. But
why is it woke? Because it's black?
No, but what was... If you read the comments on the Lad Bible, yeah... Oh, the race... Like, it was like Harry Potter and the gangs of London. Harry Potter... Like, they literally were like... It was literally giving Harry Potter and I shot your mum, I shot your dad. Like, that's what everyone was saying. I was like, wow.
Oh, sorry. I'm only focusing on the disabled part, and then people are saying gay.
Yeah, apparently he's meant to be gay as well. Guys, this is what I'm only
maybe when he was gay, use the word in pause. While watching it.
I'm only telling you what I read earlier. I've not watched Harry Potter.
But do you know what I find interesting about these things though? Is how like when there's characters that you watch on TV and whatever, because white people are anyone that got casted for it, people are like, oh no, it's meant to be white. No, it's just a character. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a character. Unless the whiteness is necessary, as in like they talk about their white history or they talk about the historical of the history of the people, is just a fictional character, and you just always ever casted white people for it.
I think
it's crazy.
And the thing is, a lot of the reason why this whole thing has become about race here is because in the commentary, there's also been a lot of references of like white actors that should play black characters moving forward. So like someone was like, oh great, Daniel Radcliffe can now play Bruce Lee in the next like Enter the Dragon reboot. And like just those kind of comments and like, oh, next you've got this person playing Martin Luther King. And like they're really like, they mad.
Question though, I don't know. Because he has been the same character for however many renditions of this movie.
Yeah.
Don't you find it weird to now switch him out and then put a black man there?
Nah.
Why is that?
Because you know what? Because when you look at the history of it, black people haven't had access to these things. Like the films that black people tend to do are slavery films or like just certain type of films. And do you get what I mean? I don't think it. Because if you think about it, we can say, and this is what happened with Little Mermaid. I grew up with Ariel being white. Ariel, white girl. Now you got a black girl there who's got locks. It doesn't take away from what this character does and what this character is. I think if there's some kind of historical context that only white people do, or there's only white people that come from this place, then fair enough. But when it's just a fictional character that's been written, however, the way the opportunity works within the industry means that white actors have always been favored over black actors. No.
All right.
Like, catch up.
I hear that. And I haven't read the book, so I don't know what his character actually looked like. I just assumed that from J.K. Rowling's depictions of him in the book, they've now created this visual representation. So I always assumed that as we saw it is how it was reflected in the book.
But you know, so interesting because that's how it is. That's how it is for everything. Unless it's a black film. Because think about like the films we had growing up, even like when you think about like childhood Disney films. Who was the first black one we had? When the Princess and the Frog and the Frog. Who was the best? Yeah, who was the first black princess we ever had? So it's like I feel like it's a thing where they write it, but again they're writing about the characters. But because of the world we live in, we automatically just place in a white person there.
Okay, but where does it stop?
Now,
where can I take the main character to? Can I take the main character to a 52-year-old man identifying as a 14-year-old boy?
Say again.
What do you mean? There's a story that the author has basically sat down and written.
Yeah.
That's from her mind.
Yeah.
This is what the story is for me.
Yeah.
Now, we are arguing that we need to make it more diverse and inclusive. And then the group in which it is has now been represented there and now fighting to say, why can't we have it like this? It's just fiction. Go and tell another flipping story.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like, why do we not get to have any kind of historical anything unless it's slavery?
But Harry Potter, as you said, is fiction. Why are you saying it's historical?
Yeah, because it's fiction. So that's why then if you have a black actor that plays a character really, really well, you should hire him over the white character that might not play very well.
Doesn't it change the genesis of the story for you?
No.
Interesting.
I watched Little Mermaid, and obviously I was proud that it was a black girl playing it because I've always grown up with a white girl who played it. I've watched I love Disney movies, Disney films growing up, but I only ever saw black girls. I only ever saw white girls. However, in my mind, I felt like, oh, I want to be a princess. I imagined myself there because all I saw was this character. As I've grown older, I've come to realize how intentional they were being in it being white actresses and white actors or whatever the case is. However, though, like black people also, there are black people who love Harry Potter. There are black people who love sci-fi, who love these things. Like they should also get to see themselves in those characters. And if they read it, it'll be interesting because if they read it, they might not read it as this is a white character. I think they just read it as this is a character.
We love Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
If 50 years down the line they do a reboot and it's now a white Fresh Prince, you'd be okay with that, right?
No.
Why not?
Because we have to have Fresh Prince because we're not allowed to have anything else. The reason, so that's why when you say that we should just write out, do your own version, people have been trying to do that for years and years and years. Even when it comes to Fresh Prince, there were so many challenges that was faced. Like these things are, for me, these things are racial things. If black leads could have been in white shows as leads as well, we wouldn't have had to create a Fresh Prince. We wouldn't have had to create a Bill Cosby show. We wouldn't have had to create My Wife and Kids. We wouldn't have to create our own opportunities. People had to create their own opportunities because they weren't allowed to be in the same lead roles as white counterparts for white shows. They made the distinction. And if the lesser group, the less quote unquote lesser group has to then create their opportunities, you can't then flip and reverse it years down the line and say you want to then tap into that. There's a reason why they have to tap into that. If you had just been inclusive in the first place, then we wouldn't have black movies and black this and black. We might still, but it wouldn't be to the extent that we have it, in that people feel like the only way they can ever be on TV is to be in a black show. I can't be in a mainstream show. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. For me, Harry Potter is the glorification and championing of wickedness and darkness, isn't it? It's a whole set of witchcraft and wizardry. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it is I'm looking to have a black man go and represent one of the.
But they're black witches and wizards. They need representation too.
No, that's fine. But I'm not going to flip and go on protest for it. Impossible. Yeah. Impossible. No way.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I understand for people who I feel like if you're just a viewer, then it makes sense. Do you mean this stance makes sense? But if you're somebody who grew up in theatre, in Broadway, and wanted to be an actor, and these are things that you genuinely enjoy, you see it from the lens of this is just a character being played. And it's like, well, do you know what? I would love to play this character. Do you get what I mean? It's like people, for example, the whole James Bond thing. I can't remember what Idris Elba said about it, but if you're someone who grew up watching James Bond and blah, 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 you think, do you know what? And you're an actor, and you're doing the work, you've gone to acting school, you're doing all the work, and you think, do you know what? I would love to play that superhero one day. I would love to play that Marvel one day. Why is this only superheroes black people allowed to play? There has to be Black Panther. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like it's different for viewers and it's different for people who actually in that industry, who work and who face the discrimination that they face all the time. They just see it as characters and they're allowed to play that if they want to play it. I just don't understand. I feel like if the blackness is going to change the story, fair. If you got this Harry Potter guy, if you got him now giving historical facts on slavery or whatever, and it changes the story of the Harry Potter story as we know it, then fair enough. I can say that's wokeness. But if all it is he's just bringing a black body, a black skin to the set, it doesn't change the storyline, it doesn't change what happens, it doesn't change Harry Potter as you've known it, except this person is black. I'm sorry, that's a form of racism. That's the hill I'm on now, actually. I'm here now. It's racism.
If there's a reboot of Friends and they put in some blacks in there, Ross is black.
I would see them as that wanting to be woke.
Huh?
I would see them as that wanting to be woke. I would see that as a fake gesture. Because when they had...
Wait. So you won't see the wokeness in Snape being a black man, but you see the wokeness in Ross being a black man?
Okay, so I think what I'm understanding with Esther is Harry Potter's fictional. It is fictional. So
Friends isn't.
No, but I'm not... Listen, Friends is fictional. When Friends was being recorded, they had a lot of extras They had a lot of black extras. They never felt the need to make them one of the friendship groups. They never felt the need to make them any of that stuff now. If you then, stuff like that is why black people had to then go off to make their own version of Friends, because they weren't allowed to be main characters in a show like Friends. If Friends decides to do a reboot and decides to start bringing black people into it now, I will see that as fake wokeness, because black people existed back in that time. You knew, like, if it was a thing where there was never any black people in Friends whatsoever, cool. But you had black people in Friends. Ross's girlfriend was black. Gabrielle Union was there, she was black. You had black characters in there that you could have written in there to become mains, but you did not see them as worthy of being of being lead characters. That's what I'm saying.
I also feel as though you could have written in black characters in Harry Potter.
And they didn't.
They were even black, yeah. They were black characters, yeah. Yeah, they were. They were the children. I saw a couple of black children there.
Were they poor? And orphans?
You know what's so funny? You know,
saying, please, I want some more.
No, you know, as I sat here, I just remembered, you know, my secondary school, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
We did Les Mis. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Les Mis.
The
Broadway thing. Theater.
Yeah. We did
Beautiful,
we did the whole thing. But the joke is, me and my friends all got casted as slaves. That's what's killing me.
Did you just do the...
No, I stretched.
Oh, so you like
me? No, we literally got casted as slaves.
Thinking that.
And I'm just sat here reflecting, like, I'm about to text my friends and be like, rah.
Wait a minute.
You're locked to memory.
Wait a minute. You allow that to happen?
Why?
I was in year 9. Yeah. Was year 9.
Wait a minute.
What did your mum say?
What do you mean she let that happen?
What did your mum do?
No, do you think she even came to see the play?
But why is it crazy for you?
Crazy bars.
Why is it crazy?
Secondary school?
When historically Les Mis was white people.
Is that secondary school or primary school?
Secondary.
Would you
have to know better?
If you went to theatre, you're dumb.
Listen, leave him because
what I'm going to tell you is that do you know what? Actually, I know how to shut you off. I know how to shut you up.
I bet you even auditioned.
Yeah, we did.
You're rude.
You're laughing. My lights and no chest.
You're actually rude. You're actually rude.
We did.
Listen here.
You think I haven't messed with my friends just now? I said, wait.
Now that we made it.
I said, wait, this has really made us play slaves and they miss. Nah.
Oh boy.
Nah. Do you know how mad that is?
Oh man.
That is mad. Like literally.
What I'm saying, is that what's it called? There's a reason why you're creating the new black in it.
Yeah. To definitely do reboots of
because if you were
of the whites. Take it all back.
Because if black people were allowed the same opportunities in BBC, ITV, and all these places, you wouldn't be out here doing TMB. So you ponder on that.
Yeah. All right, let's go into
But I'm hoping I can see Wicked this thing, and I feel because Imi says, "Have I seen Wicked?" It adds a lot of her being black adds a lot of layers, and I feel like that's because of the things that we've been through. If it was normalized for black actors to be in these films and whatever the case is, then we wouldn't have to think so deep about the way we see things now. Do you get what I mean? Like even like with Wicked, like when you have black characters then playing what is considered white roles in these things, they go out of their way to make sure like everyone on their team is black. Like even with Cynthia Erivo, she was talking about how the girl who did her nails. I've always watched her page. Sheard's nail. Sheer, yeah. She has to go out of her way to make sure that she can get a black hairdresser, because you see that as, oh my gosh, I've been given an opening. Let me bring as many black people in as I can. Yeah. Why do you think we have that mentality? Anyway, sis, what would you do?
Apparently, Friends is a copy of Living
Single. Yeah, with Queen Latifah and that.
Is it?
Great show. Big up Max. Actually, there was a lady, so there's a character on there called Max, and I can't remember what actress, let me see what actress plays her. She had an interview, I think she was on, was it Jennifer Hudson's show? Jennifer Hudson, is becoming Living Single cast, sorry. But she was basically, she was the first woman, Erica Alexander. She said she was the first black woman to go on a show on national TV like that with braids. No, not with braids, sorry, with locks and stuff. And she said it was very, very intentional for her. This is what I'm talking about. When black people are given opportunities like this, we can't just go and have a great time. You got to think about what this means for your people and carry on that burden. Even Tracy Ellis Ross has talked about it, and the other Girlfriends cast, they've talked about how it was for them being, what's it called? For them being the black women on the show, especially the woman who plays, I know her name is something Marie, that plays Tony. She was dark-skinned black woman at the time. Like, when black people do things, it comes with a lot of burdens. But yeah, with Living Single, she talked about, Erica Alexander talked about how she had locks and whatever, and obviously she was a lawyer in the group and whatever, and she said like she really took on that role very serious, and she said till today, from when the show first aired, she's got people that come up to her and talk about how inspiring it was to see people like them that look on TV like that, and also like that have their hair and this, and she's a lawyer, and she's even inspired people to go into law. Like, do you get what I mean? Because black people, there's so much responsibility that comes with us having to do these things, and I feel bad about that sometimes. Black people should just be able to have fun. And this is why, again, we have that whole thing where one black person does something, it's like, oh my gosh, you let down the whole community. You've made all of us look a certain way. Why? Kevin Spacey didn't make everyone look like a flipping pervert. But when it's a black person, it's like, oh my gosh, you let everybody... No, man, it's not right. But yeah, I've always heard that Friends allegedly stole Living Single's script. Have you ever watched Living Single?
No.
Really good show.
Never.
Really, really, it's really good. It's really funny. It's like those early black sitcoms. Have you watched All of Us?
Yeah.
With Dwayne,
and Lisa Ray.
Yeah. I love Lisa Ray, you know. She's what I want to be in life. She's just so lit. But yeah, man. There's a reason why all these black shows had to happen. Because when you watch these shows, when you watch white shows as well, you see the black actors that end up having their own shows or end up being on other shows, you see them as extras. They're all on as extras on these white shows that were on the networks, and we're getting all these signatures and blah, 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 blah. Also, not signatures, all these signings. And then they have to go and create their own opportunities. That shouldn't be the case. Anyway, here to Black Harry Potter, and here to Black whoever else, whoever show is coming up. If it comes to cinema, I don't even watch Harry Potter. I'm going to go watch it. Support that black man.
Are you going to watch it?
No.
Oh.
I'm not into such.
All right.
Anyway, let's get into... Sis, what would you do, please?
And don't think you can get away from not dropping the link. People are still asking for the link for the...
The thing is,
how should you get away with
it's on my laptop. Do I have my laptop on me?
What do you mean don't think you can get away with?
Home.
She didn't even attempt to get away.
Literally.
I'm not sure if she's ever posted in the Discord, so I'll have to help her navigate.
You haven't signed up, have you?
Now, why do you always have to lift up my skirt? Like, why? Because best believe I was going to send it to you.
Right,
oh, but you know what? No, I do have one though. I do. This is the original one that I had that was acting up. So let me give it to you now, and then you can put it in there, and people can let me know if it works. And if not, then when I get home, I can then send the other one.
That's so funny.
Rest assured, it's coming. Okay, Brent. You know, like next year, can we just start afresh?
Yes.
Yeah, just. More love.
I could start tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
I have to wait till next year.
I do. I need to get out of my system.
All right.
I'm joking. All right, so, hi guys. I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to share a bit of a surprising situation that recently came up in my marriage and get your thoughts on it. My husband and I have been happily married for 3 years. Before tying the knot, we both decided to be abstinent throughout our relationship before marriage, which was about 4 years, even though neither of us were virgins. Recently, during one of our heart-to-heart conversations, my husband dropped a bombshell. He lost his virginity to a prostitute when he was 27. While I know we all have our past and that forgiveness is key, I can't help but feel a bit thrown off by this revelation. It's like finding out your favourite book has an unexpected chapter you never knew about. I'm trying to process this without letting it overshadow the wonderful relationship we have. How do I navigate this new information with grace and humour? Is this revelation enough of a reason to consider leaving, or is it something you would work through together? Any advice that could help us laugh through this and grow stronger together would be amazing. Also, it'd be nice if you guys could end the year, if you could do the end of year awards, funny moments again before you break for Christmas. The crew and chat have had a lot of moments in 2024.
It's so funny. I was thinking about that the other day and I can't remember one damn thing that's happened this year. Except the fact that I took a sabbatical. I don't remember a damn thing.
So the She's 32, by the way, for context.
Do you know what I think needs to change?
Can I be honest? You know what threw me off?
Well,
when she said, I don't know, because in my head, yeah, it's a hard one. In my head, I'm like, huh?
It's not.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
No, not a hard one, but okay.
For me, it's not.
In my head, yeah, I don't get what the big deal is. This was before.
Yeah.
This was in the past. It's in the past. Like, what do you need to forgive? It was in the past. I think that's what I mean by like forgiveness. I understand it might make you feel some type of way, yeah, because I would probably look at someone sideways if I heard that, and it wouldn't come from a nice place. Like, I'd be mean.
Talk to me.
And I'd say mean things like, rah.
So,
like, you had to
what,
pay. Yeah, like.
You can get some.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you know, I think
that's how I'm seeing it. And it's
do you feel the same way when men go to strip clubs and put dollars into women's panties?
Yeah, strip clubs give me the ick secretly too.
Would you look at him the same way if he did that?
No, because if he slept with a stripper...
Then you would?
Yeah. If he went to the strip club and he's throwing ones and all that stuff, yeah.
All right.
But if he actually went to the strip club and had sex with someone in like a stripper, like in the strip club, I'm definitely looking at you sideways because she didn't do that for free either.
All
so
right.
it's you paid.
Let's see where this goes, right? I give you a man who has slept with 5 women on the same day. And it was last month. And then a man who had sex with a prostitute. Just say he paid for sex, right? Don't say prostitute. Paid for sex. And he was 27. And he is now 33. Which do you look at with disgust more?
I look at them in disgust, but with different eyes of disgust.
Yeah, which
They're
one's
both
more?
disgusting. It's gonna be the one that was last month, obviously, because that's more fresh. But I'm still gonna have that.
All right. How about a man who has had sex with 155 women in the space of 3 years?
Oh, does he have a job?
Just a regular,
that's most
popular fella.
That's like.
Right?
There's people that
100%.
There's people that
generous.
There's people that there's people we
that's people that we know. There's people on these walls. That ain't
oh
no
my
problem.
gosh.
The penis man. No, I'm joking.
Oh my gosh. let me just keep moving. Let's keep moving. So you have, and that's not me confirming, by the way. I just want to continue this morning show. So you you have this fella, right? And he comes to you and he's chirping you this, that, and the next, you know, sweeting you nicely. And then you have this man who paid for sex at 27. Who are you looking at?
It's the fact that I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what it is?
Let me just answer that question.
Who am I looking at? Disgusting.
Disparagingly, more disparagingly.
The penis man.
All right. Now, bear in mind, you said that these are regular men, right?
But, like I said, it's always gonna come. The fault I'm never gonna bypass because penis men are normal, right? Like it's become normalized.
Yes.
And like I said, I know hella penis men, so I'm kind of like immune to it. If you get what I mean, it's normalized. The other, I'm not.
All right.
So I'm gonna always come back to the. You exchange, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna.
All right.
So yeah.
Can we go to age 27? And you can jump in here to Esther because I know there's no point me asking you the question that I asked Gina. She's a different breed. So
sorry. What does that
all
mean?
right, so let me be inclusive. Let me ask you the same question now, Gina.
No, but before you expand on that, what do you mean?
Because
Gina's
you
a different breed.
know quite a few other
Penis
people.
men.
You keep company with quite a few, and I don't think
is sending me.
I don't think.
I did a whole meet us after 7 thing on the
You
penis
see how she
man.
continue? I'm trying to basically.
You want to be mum? I'm not letting it go.
She's right here.
I'm gonna tell you a
Keep
story.
going. I'll clip it up and I will send it to him. Go on. Tell everybody the story. Go on.
No, I'm gonna do it.
All right, then.
Because he's gonna hate me.
I actually wanted to say it.
I'll tell you off air.
I want to know who it is.
I'll tell you off air. Hold on. Let me point.
She does. Oh, you don't know?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Exactly.
I didn't know he had a nickname.
But he doesn't like. But he hates the fact that I gave him that.
Oh, is
nickname.
it?
Rightfully
that's
so.
so funny.
All right. What was I even going to say? What was I going to ask Esther? What did I say before I was...
You said Gina's different breed.
Before that.
Oh, so basically you wanted to ask Esther what she thought. Comparing the two.
No.
No, he wasn't going to. Oh. It was when you took offense to him saying what he said, then he was going to ask me.
He will come back to me.
I think the issue is, and it's a societal issue. I think people need to look at prostitutes as human beings. They're just sex workers. They're just sex workers. Like,
I found it.
And I think, have you found it? Okay, go on. I remember my point.
Thank you very much.
No, I'm dead. Sorry, I'm
You're
dead.
You're going to lose it. Say it quickly.
Please, I'm dead.
Gina, you're gonna
never beat him.
You know what? You're gonna leave here early for sure, but you're gonna have a long day.
Sorry.
That is crazy. It's bad if he's on his platform.
Making sure that business. Do you know how early it is? Well, you don't know awake.
Exactly. We're good, man. Let's keep going.
His platform, just focusing a whole 5 minutes on Gina. That's what I'm saying. All right. So
I put my wedding for bullying.
At 27, a lot of men and women would even see that him being a virgin is weird.
Yeah.
Right? So just picture what that could have even looked like.
Yeah.
Him even feeling pressured, right? And him thinking, let me just get it over and done with.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't sound like somebody who will willfully run to go and pay for that particular thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what's...
I feel bad for him,
in that sense, yes.
Yeah.
In the first sense, the theme that I'm basically constructing,
with,
I 100% believe there's more than just he wanted to basically go and do this particular thing. So your man, your husband is a good guy, as much as it is I have constructed in my head.
Absolutely.
Do not look to now put this weight
on him,
of guilt on him.
Yeah, man, that's avoda.
It's
not avoda. But that's why I said I feel like the attitude, because again, if he's a great guy and whatever, it's not a big deal. But I think the attitude is more to do with how it is that society sees prostitution and how people see people that do stuff like that as like they should be lower, they shouldn't be treated with respect and whatever. And I think if you change how it is that you see that they're just sex workers, they deserve respect. Like, because now people use it people use prostitution as an insult and stuff like that. It gives a negative. It's made a negative. It's given a negative tone basically. So whenever you hear prostitute, someone's linked to prostitute, you just assume that essentially they're dirty, and that is not the case. Prostitutes have standards. They don't sleep with a lot of people. You'd be surprised, child. So I don't think. I don't think you should give up the relationship for this. I can't tell you how to feel, but I think that you should. I'm not, and maybe you don't have this mindset, but a lot of people, when it is to talk about prostitution and people sleeping with prostitutes, they have this idea of like it's dirty sex, it's nasty sex. He didn't have sex in a crack house. That's different. That's different. But all he did was have sex with a prostitute.
You know what it is?
Sex worker.
That's not even.
And they get tested.
My mind's not even going there though. It's like,
you have to pay for
what
sex.
made you go with that verse? Because remember. You didn't just have sex with a sex worker.
Yeah.
You lost your virginity to a sex. This is what I'm trying to understand. Do you get what I mean?
To be fair though, I feel like
it's layered.
A way to help her with that though is that people lose their virginity to community dicks all the time.
No, but that's fine.
So that's like 1,000 bodies.
Yeah,
your first
at
time.
the age of what? 27 is not young in my opinion.
It's definitely not.
So that's why again for me. Let me stop because I feel like me speaking
but you know what I think?
is
I feel like it's societal pressure.
27 isn't young.
By the grace of God,
you're old enough to know better, in my opinion.
Know better?
Yeah.
As in not to go and basically...
No, not to be pressured.
Like I said, because
some people are saying...
he went and basically lost his virginity in this contractual way.
I think it's peer pressure.
It says more than just, I was always looking forward to doing this.
Yeah, but why do you think he did that though? I think it was peer pressure.
This is it.
That's why I'm saying at 27, to me, when you're younger... Giving into peer pressure, do you know what I mean?
So basically, you should be old enough not to give into peer pressure on something like this.
On something as big as this, personally. This is just me speaking, innit?
Well...
And maybe it's because also, I place sex on a high pedestal. I'm not a person who I don't see sex as a casual thing.
I get you on the peer pressure thing, but then we just were Andrew Schulz and all the people were peer pressure to be laughing. Not peer pressure to be laughing, but peer pressure is what had them laughing at very distasteful jokes because they're trying to impress their boys. So in my mind, I can imagine that people were talking about sex around him and his boys that had sex and blah, blah, blah. Or maybe, to be fair, he might have even met women who clowned him for not having sex. And he felt like, just so I can say that I've had sex, let me go and do with somebody that will be paid.
The thing is,
I'm not gonna lie, losing your virginity to a prostitute at 27 is in my head.
What if we're like in Vegas time?
I know their distinctions, and I'm about to basically say a whole set of false equivalencies, possibly, right?
No, your equivalencies are always false.
Do we? Yeah.
So you go on.
Do we see the same as having a friend, like an escort that doesn't look to do the sex stuff? It's just a companion for the night.
Yeah.
Do you see that as the same? If a man pays for a companion for the night?
An escort?
Yeah.
No.
But without the sex.
Drop off the escort. Just
Without
having
the
to
sex.
go on a site. I'm going to a function. I need some eye candy on my arm.
On my arm.
So I pay for that service.
Isn't
Do you
that
see
what
it
an
as the same?
escort is, though?
Yeah, but when you hear escort, what are you hearing?
No, but that's what I'm thinking of.
Because
no?
I can go on Star Now right now and order a model for a shoot. I could order a model for anything I want.
Okay.
Right? So they're not escorts. Right? Am I wrong? Am I right?
You're right.
No,
you're right.
yeah,
All right. So let's remove the escort name. Do you see it as the same minus the sex part? Because he has paid for companionship. Now, obviously, what I'm doing, I know it's a false equivalency because
I don't think it is,
the
I
act
think for the
different.
first time in
It's
TDA
how you
history, you
interpret
actually
it, right?
hit one.
No, I'm trying to basically make more people in this particular category so that they're not looking at him and just judging him nastily. Because you have
I think it's the same thing.
Influencers, right?
Yeah.
Whole IG models accepting money to go fly over places, but they're not called prostitutes.
And
in the end, you're still getting...
But hold on, but then
And
that's
it
why
is.
a lot of people will say that it's modern day prostitution, though.
I hear you.
It's a thing. It just hasn't been given a title, but everyone knows what it is. They're not dumb.
Okay. Cool.
Personally, I think the escort thing and it's the same thing. Because basically you've paid a service of a human being that you weren't able to get organically.
And
same thing.
Bear in mind, this losing virginity thing, different people have different sexual appetites. So to get off, some people might be like, yeah, just rub the back of my elbow. And then pew, 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 pew. And that could be...
I'm not kink shaming. It's just that skin back there is hard.
I'm just saying.
So if that gets
different
you
strokes
off,
for different folks, right? So I don't think I could ever look at this dilemma and think it as an actual dilemma, only because I'm projecting into this. Because everything that you used to be before was who you used to be before.
Bro.
Am I now supposed to start looking at your history and then deciding that is my line? Do you understand? It doesn't have to be paying for... This is my line. The fact that is that you look to have sex when it is that you were 15? Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Do you understand? The fact that is you decide to go after Trinidadian man? Ugh. Yuck. Disgusting. I just feel as though there's more to him paying for this service that meets the eye.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
Has he done it after that? Was it just a one-off?
I don't think it's enough to not marry the man personally.
No, I don't think it is.
I think it's different if he told. I think it's different if he told you that he lost his virginity from, like, let's say gay sex, for example. That's a different situation. But this, I think she has to get over it. But then also that's me projecting, because this is not what's breaking the camel's back for me. If he went on a bender for the next 2 years of his life, just prostitutes up and down, that's a different situation now. But personally, I feel like because the relationship is great in all areas, this is not something that I would break up with. I would just say, never tell me that again, don't remind me, I don't want to think about it. But I don't think it's worth breaking. But that's to me, because I can stomach that. But I feel like if she can't, she has to be realistic with herself and not just stay with the guy because she feels bad,
Yeah, she needs to change her mindset and how she views this, because it's not just us saying that this is not a dilemma. This is not.
And
a
I think
problem.
and I feel like the root is in people seeing prostitutes as dirty. And I promise you, they take greater, what's it called?
Some of them.
It depends what kind of prostitutes. But I don't know if you want to go down the hole of asking him where he got his prostitute from. Like how he met her, where it was. If it was in a crack house, I'm breaking up with that.
You know how crazy it is that when you now slip money into it, it changes the entire thread of disgust because you can go on Tinder and not even have to do anything. Just say, I'm up for tonight. A stranger be like, here you go. And people are not seeing it as, ugh.
I was saying that. So who was
Not crazy that is.
Who was saying that the other day? Though? No, but no, they don't though, because people don't. Because I was telling someone the other day, and I was saying how, do you know, like the concept of one night stands is actually mad. It's like because obviously it's normalized. Not in my world.
Not in my world.
It's normalized.
So for me, again,
to conversation.
To me, it's a proper.
Yeah, but then the amount of people that it's not for, but they will read this element and be like, oh, Tifa.
100%. 100%.
Because when you actually deep what a one night stand is, it is a complete stranger that you've never seen before and you will not see after. And that was just it.
A couple texts saying, all right then.
Brent,
bang.
A couple texts is even different. People that meet in the club and
Yeah,
I
they
just
just
met you
dance
tonight.
Too loud to even hear her accent. To see
Spitting
if
in
you're
your
being
skin.
sweeted. None of that. No. And once you lick it, bang. Sometimes in the car.
You don't even get a
Sometimes
bed.
in the toilet. In the cubicle.
In the cubicle! All them germs in there. And then that's it, Brent. There's just everyone wipes up, goes to separate ways, and I'll never see you again.
When is they go Afro Nation?
Then they're hoping the Afro Nation page posts a picture of him so you can trace him back because now you're pregnant. Oh my gosh. Nasty. All around nasty. That one I'm judgmental about. Sorry. But anyway, yeah. I think I'm more likely to have an issue if I find out my man used to have one night stands. I know you threw up. I just don't know how I can really. This is sometimes you don't ask questions that you don't want to answer to. And I don't even shouldn't even ask this. He just volunteered that information. He's a very honest man as well. He seems very honest, to be fair. Because that is something that you should low-key be embarrassed about.
And there's this trend that's going around. I don't judge.
Oh my gosh.
What is that?
It's the best thing. We listen, we don't judge. Brent, I've been loving it down. There was a snap during couple, yeah. When I tell you, theirs wasn't like anything crazy. It was so funny, but it was so funny because they kept stealing money from each other.
Oh, right.
But like in like little ways, like, oh, I found some money in your purse, I just took it. And it was just so funny because the amount kept increasing. And she's like, oh, remember when I was pregnant and I said I need to get this like tablet or whatever? It was actually like 20,000 naira. I told you 150,000. It was so funny and so endearing. But some of the things that's coming out, oh honey, it's such a great trend. You're 8 with that one. Whoever started that, 8.
My wife to be's past is never going to be an issue for me because of delusional thinking that I have. That once it is, yes.
But you've heard mine matters though, low key.
And like I said, I see myself as such a such a depraved individual, and I'm always conscious. Hey, look in the mirror, boy.
I hear it.
I'm always conscious of that.
Fair, man.
Nah, that's just
I don't know. I think there's just certain things that I don't know. For me, it's just too far, man. Like, there's certain things that will be a deal breaker. Even if I find out the morning of the wedding, everybody put wedding dresses inside. We're just gonna have a party. We're just gonna have a nameless party, just vibes. Everyone get some food because it's off. I don't know, man. But yeah, I don't think this is worth. I think about it. But also, maybe it's worth her telling him that she feels weird about him. You guys are honest enough for him to tell you that. I think tell him that you feel weird about it, and then he can then give you an explanation as to why he did it. And then you might end up feeling sorry for him. Because if he did it because, pressures and blah, 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 low-key it's like, okay. But then on the other side, it's like, oh, that's sad.
I have to feel for him, to be honest. I have to feel for him. Especially because he didn't do it again after that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That, I think that matters a lot. If he did that and then for like the next, like imagine all his sexual experience just comes from prostitutes.
That's different then. It's like having a cocaine addiction.
Basically.
But maybe
no, maybe he's still taking lessons.
Maybe it was a coach.
Maybe it was a sex coach.
Hey, would that be better?
If what?
If it says, that's a good thing you just said. Because people pay for sex coaches, right?
Yeah, but sex coach is different to I'm using the coach.
I am paying a service. Here's the money.
Brent,
hold on to that. Come true.
Listen, yeah.
Teach me.
Shut up. A sex coach is different to using a prostitute as a sex coach, and she ain't consented as a sex coach. She's here to prostitute.
No, what I'm saying is that would she feel the same way if he paid a sex coach?
Oh no,
because it's still that transaction of here's money and give me sex. Is it now the educational aspect of it that changes everything?
No, that shouldn't be a thing. That means he's got some good gems under his
All
belt.
right. Teach me what you've learned, you're saying.
Basically, he will have to.
Then.
Anyway, good luck, girl.
Yeah, I hope we've given you enough.
I hope so. I just think we just went enough fun.
That's all right. We needed to just reach 10, so nearly finished.
Who would need to reach 10?
No, I was looking at the clock.
Yeah, because me and Gina would be out here at 9:15.
Yeah. Last headline.
Honestly, let's get into it. So childish.
He got tired.
So ridiculous, clearly. All right, trigger warning. This is about Tim Westwood, so that is a trigger and a half. The BBC has paused the publication of its report into what the corporation knew about the alleged behaviour of former BBC Radio 1 DJ Tim Westwood following a request from the Metropolitan Police. In 2022, BBC News broadcast accusations by 18 women of predatory... In 2022, BBC News broadcast accusations by 18 women of predatory and unwanted sexual behaviour and touching by Tim Westwood in alleged... That doesn't make sense. Sorry, it's really annoying me. In 2022, there were 18 women basically had an accusation of predatory and unwanted sexual behaviour and touching by Tim Westwood in incidents that occurred between 1992 and 2017. Mr. Westwood has denied claims of misconduct. A Met Police spokesperson said, while consultation with the CPS is ongoing, we have asked the BBC to pause the publication of their report to allow for further time to consider any potential impact on the investigation. The BBC's report, led by Gemma White KC, was commissioned by the BBC to examine Mr. Westwood's employment with the broadcaster. The BBC confirmed police had requested it pause publishing this report, adding it would continue to correspond with authorities. In a statement, it said it would provide a further update when there was clarity to do so. The BBC has always been clear that it intends to publish Gemma White's KC's report. We recognise that this pause to publication will be disappointing, particularly to those who came forward to participate in the review and to whom we are very grateful. However, we must continue to ensure that any steps we take, including in relation to publication of the report, do not negatively impact any criminal process. It is believed Mr. Westwood has been interviewed under caution by the Metropolitan Police 4 times since the broadcast of the joint BBC News and The Guardian investigation. In a statement, police said the offences are alleged to have happened between 1982 and 2016. Our next one, trigger warning as well. A 42-year-old man died in Stratford, East London, on Wednesday morning after being attacked by a dog, leading to the arrest and charging of 32-year-old Leanne McDonald. McDonald faces charges including owning a dog dangerously out of control, causing injury resulting in death, failing to ensure the dog's welfare, and possessing a fighting dog with she's going away for life. Sorry. She faces charges including owning a dog dangerously out of control, causing injury resulting in death, failing to ensure the dog's welfare, possessing a fighting dog with a separate incident involving 3 counts, I've run our fingers, of owning a dog dangerously out of control, causing no injury also cited. The dog has been seized and McDonald was remanded in custody. That's very sad, you know. That's a very painful death.
For who?
The man.
Oh.
Who else?
Fuck the dog.
Yeah, I thought
Okay, they put the dogs down. That's just a nice... He goes down nicer than the person than his victim did.
Yeah.
Slight injection, right? Go to sleep and never wake up.
Yeah.
Make him in doggy heaven.
Heaven.
Or the other side. A nationwide fault in the communication system is causing significant delays to train services across Britain, impacting numerous commuters. Passengers at stations like Waterloo are reporting delays of at least an hour and are being forced to seek alternative travel arrangements due to the widespread disruption. According to National Rail, affected services include the Elizabeth Line in London and Southern England, South Western Railway, Gatwick Express, Great Northern, Southern, South Eastern and Thames Link services, ScotRail. Oh, Scottish Rail. I think that Tyler's Battle says, I think they're already married.
Yes, they were married. They are married.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah, they
4
were married
years.
for 3
Yeah,
years.
yeah, yeah.
I thought they were going to get married.
No.
They were married for 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then she was suggesting, is this
Grounds for divorce.
Impossible.
impossible?
I hope you don't leave the fork where he shouldn't. That might just be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Anyway, time to pay some bills.
All right, we're going into the wrap up, but let me just say this. I asked Marks last night because he came in to record No Behavior.
Yes.
I asked him to come in this morning so we can basically talk about the past games in the Premier League that he was in the stadium for one of them. He said he's not doing that. I said, why? He said, because I don't feel like it.
Fair.
So just know I tried. I tried to basically get him to talk about the United and Arsenal game. I tried.
Did United win or lose?
They lost. And he was at the game. He was in the stands.
That's embarrassing.
Yes. But he did start telling me that we are Corner Kick FC. That's what he was running with. And he kept on saying that even though I was talking, he said it louder and louder and louder. So take from that what you guys will, you know? I don't know. Well, that is it. Let's get into the wrap up.
All right, people, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you every single time. We talked about a few things today. All the leaders of the world are doing things. The Home Office is going to give more refugees more time to find housing. So that will go from 28 days to 56 days. And this is just until June 2025. Emmanuel Macron has vowed to name the new French Prime Minister, within some days. You know, they try to get him out of here. South Korea's ruling party leader calls for suspension of president over martial law attempt. Syrian rebels capture second major city after military withdrawals. Did I read these? No, Gina did. I think what? Unions pressure ministers to raise worker sick pay. Worshippers flee arson attack at Melbourne synagogue. Also, trigger warning on this headline, but the BBC has paused Tim Westwood's report after the Metropolitan requested they did so. Sadly, a man was attacked in East London, Stratford, and he sadly died. He was attacked by a dog, and he sadly died. Yes. And then there was a nationwide train faults or signal faults with the trains here in this land. And on our topic of the day today, I don't know, we talked about it there. I don't even know what happened in there. But it was assassinations and whatnot. Do you know what's so funny? In the title, it says light-hearted one. Does that man know what light-hearted? He doesn't. He can't possibly. He doesn't.
It shows who he is.
I wish he would let me know beforehand that he...
This is the plan?
Yeah, so I could basically choose another one, you know what I'm saying?
Because this ain't it. Anyway, we talk about assassinations on camera that have been caught on camera. Do we think it's staged? Do we think it's a warning to other leaders that, hey, coming for you too? Or are they just sloppy people? And I think the consensus here was that they're just sloppy killers. And then we also had word on road, of course, how a person lost money because they wanted to do too much. Lizzo's lawsuit. And we talked about Andrew Schulz and his very extremely inappropriate jokes made towards Kendrick Lamar and how Meek very quickly defended the narrative, but quickly went on to being called gay as well. That's a theme. And then lastly, we did Asking for a Friend, and that was from a lovely listener who wanted to share their thoughts with us about whether she should stay with her husband who... Do you know I don't like as well? Sorry, I'm here now. I don't like when, someone has a dilemma, as in this is in general, not just on shows or whatever, just in general. You have a dilemma. But because you're married, people dismiss it. It's fair for her to think, should I leave this marriage because of this? People act like no problem is ever enough to leave a marriage for. To you.
Run that by me again.
So basically, yeah.
I think I understood what you said, but I want to hear it twice.
So because she's married, so obviously she's married, and she said her husband, she found out her husband's first time, her husband lost virginity to a prostitute. Because she's married, people almost feel like how could you want to throw a whole marriage away because of that? And I just think that's not nice. That's not a nice approach to things. You can't question why someone want to throw a whole marriage away because of something that clearly bothers them. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So people are dismissive of people's problems when they hear that it's in a marriage. But if it was in a relationship or they were dating or whatever, they're more likely to kind of entertain, like to kind of, okay, what about that? They're more likely to want to have a conversation about it. But once you say it's in marriage, they're like, oh, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. I don't think that's right.
Okay, I hear that if we are just speaking absent specificity.
Yeah.
Right? As a general, I can hear that because you can put so many different red flags in the mix and be like 100%. She should consider it. For example, you give an example of if you find out that he lost his virginity to a male prostitute, it would be different than this.
I'm divorcing. I'm divorcing so quick.
So in that sense, like I said, I understand that, but if she has said, this is what happened before he met me. She's also said she'd been married for 3 to 4 years, right, happily. There's nothing else that like she has a problem with. And during this time when they're now playing Truth or Dare,
we listen, we don't judge.
He's now said this. I think anybody would ask her, all right, tell me other things that are going wrong in your marriage. And when you divorce him, are you thinking you can just get another one that has everything right, but just doesn't have that whole, I lost my virginity to a prostitute? You might find something else. And you may not know because he hasn't told you. So his problem is that he was honest.
Yeah, but you know what it is?
This is the lesson to learn, men. When they ask you for honesty, finish the sentence, Esther.
Finish what sentence?
One I just started.
I don't finish stupid sentences. So I don't know why you asked me such a question.
Tell a lie.
But you know what it is? I think maybe it's just how I see life, because I feel like I don't think just because you're married doesn't mean I must then deal with whatever comes my way. And I think saying then, do I think I'll find better? Sometimes I'm not thinking about finding better. I'm just thinking about how this situation makes me feel. I'll cross the next bridge when I get to it. And I think people make you feel bad about wanting to leave situations because they're like, oh, it's not better out there. Okay, but it's not fun in here.
All right, again,
what are you talking about?
I could understand that if we weren't talking about this particular case.
Yeah, but this particular case, though, I don't think it's fair for people to dismiss it and make her feel bad for actually questioning how she feels when it's how she feels. It makes her uncomfortable that her man lost his virginity to wait. No,
until you finish. I just want to let you know I'm waiting.
Good, I can tell. It makes her uncomfortable, rightfully so, that her man lost his virginity to a prostitute at the age of 27. I don't think that should just be dismissed just because they're in a marriage. That's crazy to me. She has every right to question how she feels and to go down the rabbit hole. When she gets to the point that, you know what, actually, everything else about relationship is great, blah, 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 blah. She will come to that realization because if the relationship is that great, she will come to that realization. But I don't think it's fair to just dismiss what someone's got, dismiss someone's dilemma just because it's marriage.
I agree. Again, for the same reason I gave before. As a friend, how can you be a good friend to her in this moment, though? Because there is a whole 4 years. No, there's one thing listening, right? And if she keeps on saying, I feel this way, I feel this way, I feel this way. At what point do you say, all right, let's walk through this. Okay. Let's walk through you getting a divorce.
Okay.
What is life like then, afterwards? Are you gonna... No.
So wait.
You see how you side? Because in your mind, you're like, but that's not important, right?
No, it's not about that. It's not important. So if say, for example, this is my friend and I'm speaking to her and she genuinely feels uncomfortable. She's like, I just don't like it, blah, 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 blah. You think that the way she feels is worth not getting a divorce because of what life will be like afterwards?
No. Let me wheel it back. I don't believe you can force anybody to stop feeling a particular way just like that.
So what are you bringing up the divorce, life after divorce for?
Let me finish. So when your friend brings this to you, you're going to be like calculating all these different things.
Yeah.
Right? In the moment, she's feeling a particular way. So you need to listen to her 100%. And if she can't shake it, because I don't know what you be telling her. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm going to ask you that because I want to know what you actively tell her. Mm-hmm. When you sit down and listen, what would be your approach in this? Mm-hmm. Right? Because you are still going to be her friend after she makes a particular decision.
Yeah.
Whether it's to stay or to leave. But one thing is true to your point. If nothing is done, mindset-wise, she's still going to feel that way. It might even get worse.
Yeah.
Right? And it might end up her saying, nah, I can't take it anymore, blam. Do you understand? So my question is, Esther, when she brings this to you, when you listen, what would you tell her?
I would say to her that I would ask her what it is about the situation that makes her uncomfortable. Like, why is it that, like, what about him, the way he lost his virginity makes you uncomfortable? What about that? Yeah, what about is unsettling for you that you feel like you can't reconcile? Have you told him that you feel uncomfortable? Because I feel like telling him that you feel uncomfortable, he can then tell you where he was at in his life and why he did that decision, why he made that decision, whatever. I would encourage her to get all the facts first. All the facts before she makes a decision. And I would say to her that if you feel like, first of all, you have to be honest with your partner and let them know this makes me uncomfortable. And then you can move on from there. But if she brings it to me, I'm not saying to her, like, if she says to me, I can't reconcile this, I can't reconcile this. I'm not saying to her, okay, what does post-life divorce look like? Are you going to think about your lonely nights? For me, I just think that's wild to tell somebody.
No. I know I said that, but that wouldn't be the only thing. Huh?
3 times you said it.
Yeah. Only because there's so much nuance involved in this. And it would need a whole conversation to be had. It's not just a case of you sending a dilemma to TDA and you take their word for it. Do you understand? You need to talk to your partner.
And that's why I said you should talk to the man. I think she would that'll give us some answers.
Yes, and that's in my head, that's the first person you should have spoken to. But that's fine. Sometimes people wouldn't need, somebody else outside of the mix, to basically, give them some ideas as to what to do next. Cool. But what I'm saying about walk through whatever eventuality, because she might then say, no, I've spoken to him and I can't shake it. Yeah. So I'm going to divorce. And I'm thinking, well, you're going to make your mind up. I now can move on to the next stage of, well, if you're going to make your mind up, let's see what that life might look like afterwards. Because that might be the thing that says to her, actually, this may be, let me just pause a while.
I agree with that, but I think we're talking about different things, to be fair. Because I think for me, it's just, because you're having a conversation you're going to get there at some point in the conversation. You're not coming to the conversation with that.
Nope.
Some of the things what made me say this is some of the comments I saw in the chat was more like, it's a whole marriage, like she's gonna throw this away because of this. Like, don't trivialize people's insecurities, don't trivialize people's actual problems just because I feel like people do that because marriage is something that they aspire to. And when it comes to your turn in marriage, you feel like you wouldn't let go for nothing. And that's great. That's basically someone has something that you would like, that you desire for yourself. And because you feel like that's the case, anything else that people say is a problem, it wouldn't be your reason to leave. And so then you then project on other people and be like, it's not problem enough. But my point is that it is problem enough. She's valid. She's right in this thing bothering her. She's writing to TDA. Obviously, the best show she watches, the people that she trusts. Absolutely. She's right to seek other counsel other than the voice that she's hearing in her head. Because it is a problem in her life. It can't just be dismissed just because you feel like marriage is serious. And because marriage is serious, she has to she shouldn't even entertain the thoughts of this bothering her. It does bother her. And this is how people end up anyway. 10 years later, however many years later, you get divorced. And when they ask you why you're getting divorced, you are now going down the line to your first date because you never talked about things. That's what's irritated me. It's just the quick dismissal just because she's married. She's not allowed to question things that actually bothers her. That's ridiculous to me.
I hear you. I heard something, and I can't remember where I heard it, right? And I don't know whether it was an idiot that said it or not. I don't know, but I found it interesting.
Say we'll find out.
There's a theory that men and women were never supposed to be keeping company with each other for too long.
It's loons that said this.
No.
That's why he believes that men and women can't be friends.
The men were supposed to basically stay with the men, right?
Okay.
Go hunt, do this, that, and X.
Yeah.
Work, blah, 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 blah. The women were supposed to basically stay with the women. Right?
Yeah.
Because our minds are completely different.
Absolutely.
How it is that we see life, how we approach life,
Very
we
different.
apply reasoning is completely different, right? And they were only supposed to come together when you look into basically mate.
To mate.
Yes.
Like animals.
But that might be a shout, because you find more joy with your girls.
I promise you, if I'm with my girls, I don't think, like, if I'm with the joy of my girls,
yes,
I don't even want to mate.
But this is what I'm saying.
Because that means I got to procreate.
This, and only when it is that you want to basically have a little bub, then you're like, it's okay, I'll buy me one. You understand? And men, they're in good company.
I wonder who created sex toys.
I was about to say something. I just stopped myself.
This is how you can't have criteria for your wife.
Those who don't know.
You're crazy.
Obviously, a lot of men find good women. A lot of women find good men.
Yeah.
And the company in which is that they offer each other is just beyond anything else that they can basically get from their friends and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that. I just thought it was an interesting theory.
That is an interesting theory.
Because there's been so much conflict, even in marriages where you're not supposed to be in the same space, but you're forced to do it because of societal norms. Do you understand? And it always leads to friction. And you're wondering, why am I still doing this, right? And then it leads to divorce. And then blah, 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 blah. What if you didn't do the thing that you thought you needed to do? Have different flipping rooms. Make sure you make time with your boys, and girls don't make them feel bad about that. And the same way girls go to that, men encourage them to go and spend time with their girls on the top of your head. You understand? And miss each other. You know? Miss each other.
That's why when people like get married and then it's like I've heard women say stuff like this, but I think it's just to do with the way women are, oh my gosh, a guy can die for a man kind of thing. Where it's like when they get married, like their friends just assume that you're always going to be your husband, so they don't invite you to things. And it's like, excuse me, why are you inviting me to this? Why are you inviting? And then it's like, oh, because you're married now.
Orgy. That's
what I said.
Yeah. And they were talking to Tiwa Savage.
I can't wait for
just
that.
The other day.
Oh, that's lit.
That was a fantastic
I can't wait for that. Because I love Tiwa.
I hope they don't like take out base stuff from it. But
I love Tiwa. Because do you know what is why I love Tiwa as well? Tiwa doesn't think. I like Nigerian women that are not traditional in mindset. That is my
120%.
calling. So I love Tiwa because Tiwa's got a full sleeve as a Nigerian. She don't care. But also as well, she divorced her man. At the time she divorced her man, when it wasn't even cool that to be divorcing people because he was allegedly was a thief. Stealing from her.
She
bet it all.
She told.
Oh, I can't wait.
Like I said, I just hope they don't. Like,
is that Patreon?
No, it won't be. It will be a main episode.
I can't wait for that.
But there's so much stuff in there that will go viral.
Like when I tell you, like I just love women like that because I just don't think. For me personally, I just feel like when I see like what traditional marriage meant to be, it looks like prison to me, and that's honestly one of my fears since we're here. It honestly feels like prison to me, and I just couldn't imagine anything worse than being in. For me,
disclaimer.
Please, I will cuss you out. It's Friday, and I have a lot of cusses in me. I ain't cuss people this week, but yeah, like just for me. So I like when I hear women that are older than me who have the same mindset as me that have been made to feel like I'm weird for thinking, and they reaffirm that. And I keep meeting women like that. I love it so much. Like even in the real, like obviously in the real world, I don't know Tim Savage, but I keep meeting women like that, and it just affirms that I'm not weird for thinking how I think, because it just don't make sense. But I hear that a lot of people when they get married and stuff, like it's like there's like a playbook that people feel like they must follow, and I'm very into people that make marriage what it is that they want it to be, like outside of the norms and the traditions and the things that people expect you to do. I like when people, for lack of a better word, like they remix it, they make it their own. They have their own norms, they have their own standards, they have their own expectations. I love it so much. I can't wait to see that episode. I'm really looking forward to that.
I just hope they don't.
Because they stay. You know Nigerians are as well. They stay custom Tiwa. It's so horrible.
Fit the mold.
She doesn't fit the mold, and then do you know what I mean? It's like she didn't have a husband. She divorced her husband, and then you obviously they will insult you for that as well. And then she dates, they insult you for that as well. And it's just crazy. Being a black woman is fun. I hate it here, sometimes. I actually do.
Being a black woman's fun. I hated it.
Sometimes I genuinely hate it. I wouldn't want to be anything else though. But while I'm here, I think I hate being the black woman that I am. That notices society's desire to imprison me. Imagine yesterday I made some food, so I made fried fish stew. And then
all right.
I did.
All right.
I can cook. I enjoy cooking. I just don't want to because all my life has been associated with a husband and children that don't exist. So it puts me off. Here, my mum, this is very, very nice. It tastes exactly like mine. Da-da-da-da. She goes, oh, your husband's in for a treat. I said, no, he's not. I said, no, he's not. And I was on a walking pad. So imagine me doing all of this. I said, no, he's not. She goes, what do you mean? I said, she's going to have to get a chef. She said, yeah, but you can cook. I said, yeah, but this is no. Like, girl.
Oh my gosh, you really are me. Wow.
Eat the food and just be grateful. How you link it? I'm looking at her like, this is why I don't cook in this house. Because you link it to a man. To, oh my gosh, he's going to be in for such a treat. I said, no, he's not. And then my stepdad was laughing because it was like, the way you said that so quick. I said, no, he's not. Made me trip on the lose a tooth. Anyway, show's over. Have a great weekend.
Peace.
Bye.